Zone. This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, Packers running back Josh Jacobs has been charged with a pair of misdemeanors stemming from an incident that led to his arrest in May. The Brown County District Attorney's Office filed charges yesterday of battery and criminal damage to property against the 28-year-old. He is due in court November 17th. Now, he was initially arrested on 5 charges, including felony strangulation. The NFL says it's continuing to monitor the situation. Meanwhile, the team added a new tight end to their roster, Jonnu Smith, after spending last year with Pittsburgh, catching 38 passes and a couple of touchdowns. He was a Pro Bowler with Miami a year before. The Packers will now face off against the Arizona Cardinals tonight at Lambeau Field for their final preseason game. Turning to the Badgers, speaking of Lambeau, they're just 9 days away from taking on Notre Dame on September 6th.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
That's another series win for the Milwaukee Brewers as they would take down the Mets last night 8-2. Starting pitcher Jacob Misiorowski would pick up the win. He went 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs while striking out 6. And offensively, it would be a night for Jackson Cheerio. He went 4 for 5 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, while Andrew Vaughn, Gary Sanchez, William Contreras, and Cooper Pratt each had an RBI. The Brewers now sit 83-51 on the year. They're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers for the best record in the big leagues, and 7 games above the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. The Crew now comes home and will take on the Raiders tonight at American Family Field for a 6:40 first pitch. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Well, happy Friday. RJ bright and early. Good morning, RJ.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone else out there. We have made it to, well, if it is your weekend, another weekend. Just got to get through this Friday. And more continuing being revealed as yesterday, well, a little birdie, a couple of birdies had told me a couple of things. And I'm not going to name my names or name your sources, but, well, one of them was G-Dub a while ago. Maybe I wasn't supposed to name him. Let's just say it was a mysterious but handsome individual who may or may not have some connections someplace, somewhere. He said, hey, I know some guys. It's like, what you know, RJ, it's like, it's a couple levels.
I think you can say it because he called into Grant's show yesterday and basically said the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, one of our great listeners, so I'll go through this as it all unfolded to me. Well, Josh Jacobs gets arrested in May, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is 5 counts, the biggest being felony strangulation.
Yes.
Not good. That's awful.
Not good.
And you're like, man, that's not right. And then nothing kind of happens after that.
Nada.
The Brown County still had their investigation pending.
Correct.
It was still open. Josh Jacobs was not speaking to the media. Have we even really had him speak at all since?
No, has not spoken.
Yeah, there's been some kind of injury, right? And now he's back at, was it an ankle or a neck? Whatever it was. There's some injury.
Groin, wasn't it?
There's an injury.
Yeah.
And finally coming back to practice, but before that, remember they're ushering him away, like, don't talk to him, blah, 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 blah. So then about 3 weeks ago, our great listener G-Dub had said, hey, I know a guy who was in a position of knowledge, and he told me to tell everyone else, do not draft Josh Jacobs in fantasy football because you're not going to have him for a while. There's some things still cooking here for Brown County. And, respect G-Dub. I'm like, okay, yeah. But that's the only thing I ever heard about it from anyone. And then, about a day ago, 2 days ago, I hear things are dropping for Josh Jacobs soon. And then, boom, it happened yesterday. Josh Jacobs was charged with misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property, according to the Wisconsin court records. The formal charges come more than 3 months after he was arrested following his domestic violence incident in his home near Green Bay.
It's all a part of due process.
Let's see here. According to the criminal complaint, each charge both are Class A misdemeanors, subject to a fine of not more than $10,000 or not more than 9 months in prison, or both if convicted. Per the criminal complaint, a woman identified as Jacob's girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacob's phone and saw that he was talking to other women. She became upset and threw his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone and told him to call a car to bring her to Chicago. When she tried to retrieve her phone, according to the complaint, Jacobs did not return it, grabbed her arm, and began a physical struggle that lasted several minutes. Later, the complaint said that the woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage when he, quote, grabbed her and threw her to the ground and struck her head, suffering an injury. The reports say a police officer observed redness to her face, neck, and was able to feel that she had a bump on the back of her head. She described that she was in pain as a result of the injuries. She also said Jacobs did not return one of her phones, and damaged the other. Or 2 phones.
Suppose that's one like he paid for?
Well, she's an Instagram influencer too. I could imagine maybe one's like for
work and personal.
One's I don't know. There's a lot of people with 2 phones now. The report said there is surveillance footage from the camera system within the garage, but not inside the house. Let's see here. And I heard a little more than just this. A statement from Jacob's lawyer. Let's see here. The allegations will be addressed in court, not the media. Mr. Jacobs respects the district attorney's office and process that follows. Yada, yada, yada. Jacobs is subject to suspension by the NFL, which is conducting its own investigation. The NFL did say it's standing by and waiting for more.
Yeah, they kind of have to do that after what happened with Ray Rice.
Yeah. It's up to the NFL to decide whether to suspend Jacobs to start the season or wait until the legal process is completed. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy said, "We have been closely monitoring all developments in the matter, which remains under review." The Packers did say yesterday, that they were aware of the charges filed against Jacobs. And if you remember on Wednesday, Brian Gutekunst was talking to the media, or was it Tuesday? Whatever it was, Tuesday or Wednesday.
I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday. And Goody said they have a plan in place when asked about it. So I assume these reporters knew something was going to drop too, because I got more information from someone in that realm.
Another source.
That realm. And I got it about a day and a half before it dropped. So I assume they knew as well, because
Yeah, they're not going to not know. They have
Correct.
They have sources as well.
Yes. So that's why you had the Brian Gutekunst question and answer about Josh Jacobs.
Better to do it now or then than right now.
Yes.
Oh, we were caught totally off guard.
And I'm sure I would imagine Brian Gutekunst knew, and the Packers knew in advance as well.
Like G-Dub has said, there's people retired from police forces that work for the Packers, and let them know they got the ear to the streets. They know, they talk to people within that department who kind of let them know to let the Packers know, hey, this happened with a player.
Yeah.
They've known this whole process, what was going on.
So our guy on Twitch, streaming online, twitch.tv, here's more that I have heard that's not in the big article. I have heard a little more, and I'll tell you what I heard. I've heard everything that I've been told so far has been right. So our guy Brandon Bob on Twitch had asked, how in the hell does Jacobs not go all Tom Brady and destroy the electronic devices, security system, or the SD cards? Because there is allegedly footage of it, like you said in this article right here, that there's footage of it in the garage but not on the outside. I also have heard that he did destroy those things.
He did delete the
interior
security footage,
yeah,
is what I heard.
But they have a way to get that footage back.
Yeah, I mean, it's the security company backs that crap up.
Yeah.
So
you have, so despite, yes, deleting it and trying to go Tom Brady on it, well, Tom Brady took it and smashed it to tiny little pieces.
Because that's how he thought phones worked.
Yeah. Jacobs, I just, from my understanding, is he just deleted the footage, right? And then they have, I mean, you see this on, if you ever watch 2020 or Dateline or any investigation show, they're like, when
Law and Order.
We were able to go in.
And they always look shocked, too. They're like, what? You found the footage? I deleted it. Oh, I mean.
Well, there's these tiny little files hidden within a file, within a file, within a file, within a file. And if you get all these numbers.
They're in the computer?
They're in the computer? So, yeah. Deleted it all from cameras inside the house, but they have a program that allows them to put all the pixels back together to see it.
They put it through a pixel shredder?
Yeah. So there you go, John.
That's not funny.
Oh, we can laugh at the pixel shredder joke.
Okay.
No, but listen, Josh Jacobs is going to be suspended a while. The question is how long, and see what happens here. Here was Brian Gutekunst. Now, this is what he was talking about when it comes to I just had it. Where the hell did it go? When it comes to Josh Jacobs, because it seemed like they knew. And I'm sure there's been conversations like, hey, what happened? Hey, give it to us straight. Like, what's going to go down here? I would imagine that there's some discussions talked about in rooms, RJ. Dark room somewhere that people don't want to.
You want me on that wall.
Know the absolute truth. Here's Goody.
Josh's situation is obviously still open. I'm not asking you what's going on with the legal situation, but if he does get suspended, do you need to make another move there, or are you confident with what you have that you can sustain?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident we can sustain it. That doesn't mean we wouldn't do that, yeah, we'll deal with that when that comes. But we've obviously been, preparing for that in case that happens. But at the same time, I feel really good about the guys we got in that room, and I think we can survive that.
I mean, you might have to keep an extra though. Then you might worry.
I think again we'll deal with that if that transpires, but we could. You're always usually going to keep 3 or 4 running backs, and I think we have enough to do that. But again, it comes down to choices and trying to figure that out. And the one thing I think, particularly at that position, is elevating a guy from the practice squad is. I won't say it's easy to do, but it's something we've done in the past and not something we would shy away from.
That was Brian Gutekunst on Wednesday. Listen to it now, you're like, oh, yeah. They knew that the other shoe was going to drop here. So, Pierre Strong Jr., big game tonight against the Cardinals, as he has made a case being pretty good for special teams last game.
That is true.
You got now Marshawn Lloyd's looking like he's going to be your RB1 entering the season, as of right now.
Going to draft him pretty high.
Chris Brooks, and then there's Pierre Strong Jr. That's the running back room. I'd imagine they'd carry an extra. Then with Josh Jacobs, you're not going to, he's going to be your lead back, your running back when he comes back from suspension.
Well,
unless they cut him.
Yeah.
Which, we'll see.
And that's how they ended up with McManus. He got cut.
He was never found. Yeah,
right.
And he wasn't even found guilty of anything. He just was taken to court for being a sexual harasser on an airplane, allegedly. Yes, some of these guys are like, okay. Yeah, the charges stem from the May 23rd incident, obviously, where police were called to a residence. Jacob spent a night in jail, released later that day. If I remember correctly, they caught him on flock cameras driving around.
Correct.
And now they're piecing together his home surveillance system to get the evidence against him as well.
Sounds pretty invasive.
Wild stuff. All right, 608-321-1670. Other than that, it was kind of heavy start to the show there, RJ.
Other than that, we're doing great.
Packers did get a tight end.
They did.
Yeah. So, all right, let's watch the heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith on a 1-year deal for the Green Bay Packers. He 31 last played to the Steelers, played all 17 games, 38 catches, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also a Pro Bowler with the Miami Dolphins the previous season.
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl is now Go on, RJ.
Well, I mean, it's still there. It's just not ever going to be played. You can still be
You think
Pro Bowler.
You think they saw Rashawn Gary get to the Pro Bowl? They're like, we got to do something about this.
No, they saw why am I blank? Dion's kid's name.
Oh, Shador
get there, and they're like, Jesus. Like, that kid can call himself a Pro Bowler for the rest of his life now.
Maybe they're like, let's see here. Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler in 2023. Maybe that's when things went into motion. It's like, we got to do something here.
They're like, hey, monitor this, please. Oh, geez, it's getting worse.
No, but I like the veteran move for the Geno Smith for the Packers. You know, Tucker Kraft's your star. Lucas Musgrave has a neck injury, and even if he wasn't injured, I don't think he'd do much.
Yeah, well, that move makes it seem like he's not okay.
Yeah. And let's see. The only other experience on the roster is Josh Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
So Packers bringing in Geno Smith. His agency, Rosenhaus Sports. He's got to be decent if Rosenhaus got you.
Yeah.
So there you go. Packers, there's I don't know really yin and yang, but the big story obviously entering the weekend, Josh Jacobs is going to face some suspension. And then you wonder where the Packers go, I guess, from there. Because, I don't know, you've seen players get cut. You've seen people have tolerate none of this. You got to, I guess, wait till everything unfolds. But yeah, I mean, you've seen other guys never even get found guilty of anything and still be cut from their team.
Yep.
That's nature of the beast. I don't know, RJ.
Well, I think
more will be revealed.
I think it tends to happen because teams don't want to have to deal with people asking questions all the time. So if said player is cut in any situation, it turns right into like, we're worried about the team we have on roster.
Yeah.
And then they can sidestep anything of commenting and maybe putting their foot in their mouth.
Yes.
That way other players don't have to do it either. So.
All right. 608-321-1670 if you want to get involved. Brewers, by the way, there's some positive. Big Jackson Cheerio. Jacob Mizorowski, little command issue, little velocity drop.
Well,
still got the win, though. The mound is all effed up.
Yeah, the mound is all effed up.
Brewers, and we're on an It Friday. I love this text right here into the text line. Our guy Bart had message in at 608-321-1670. He said, last Friday of the year without a score predictor. Thank you, Bart. I read that text and I smiled.
Yeah.
The score predictor will return as the last Friday without a score predictor.
Yeah,
incredible.
We got a score predictor next Friday.
And you know what game that's for, RJ?
Wisconsin versus Notre Dame.
I can't believe we're almost here.
Right?
Wow. All right, we'll take a little break here. Stick around.
I'm crossing the line. You're crossing the line. The whole damn system crossing the line. Who cares? Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, talked a little there of the bad. Josh Jacobs, it's the other shoe was dropped, RJ. He has been charged formally by the Brown County DA. Josh Jacobs, misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property. We'll get back to that, but a little heavy for a second. We're going to lighten up a little bit. How about your Milwaukee Brewers?
Let's go.
This is my crew. Jackson Cheerio, 4 for 5. Dude was hitting 2 dingers.
Saw that.
Jacob Mizorowski picks up the win. He was, they said it was a little command and velocity, but it was the mound. Again, the mound not up to the standards for the Mizzler.
Up to your damn standard.
But the 2026 Milwaukee Brewers are the first team in recorded baseball history to throw more than 700 pitches at 100-plus miles per hour in a single season. They've thrown over 1,000 of them so far this year.
Is that good?
I think so. I think it's actually really good. Well, I guess if you're... I don't know. I've never seen a 100-mile-per-hour pitch come at me. You can hit it, right? Like, obviously, you get paid to do it when you're a major leaguer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't.
I couldn't. The Miz also made history, too. Jacob Mizorowski accomplished something not done, well, I guess since 1985. He became the first pitcher since Doc Gooden to start a season with 25 straight starts, allowing 3 earned runs or less in each.
That sounds good.
It's really good. He's only the 7th pitcher to ever have a streak that long. The Mizzler, Jacob Mizorowski.
And Gooden was the last one to do it?
Yeah, 1985.
Jeez.
Let's hear a guy. Wisco Grebe says Brewers are just 2 wins away from hitting the over on 84.5.
Let's hope they can do it.
We had a couple of listeners. Where's was it Steve? I think it was Steve from Monona. There's Monona Steve and Steve from Monona. I think it was Steve from Monona. Steve had said I think he had like 101 wins. Steve, if you're listening, correct me if I'm wrong. I know. I remember 100 flashing up for you, and I was like, you're crazy, man.
One of you, Steves.
You're crazy, man, but I like it. Let's see here. Kinger had texted in because I said, well, Bart had said last Friday of the year without a score predictor. Kinger said, hey, don't you have next Friday off? If so, it's not the last Friday. No, if memory serves me right, I'm not leaving for my little mini vacation until next Saturday. So I don't think I have next Friday off. You have to ask my wife. She remembers these things.
She's listening. She'll text Jed to let you know.
And he's like, this is the 30th time I've told you this. I swear I'm listening. No, but Jackson Cheerio, 4 for 5, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs. And you had, Vaughn, Sanchez, Contreras, Cooper Pratt, RBIs for the Crew. 3 games above the Dodgers for the best record in the big leagues. 7 games up on the Chicago Cubs.
Thank you, Braves.
Also, I wanted to, speaking of my wife, around this time frame, I wanted to relay a message for everyone here.
Oh, jeez.
Our loyal listener and expert music trivia man, Scotty, a.k.a. DJ Freeman. Scotty had messaged me yesterday afternoon. Hi, Ebo. Got good news and bad news. They had to order a new battery for my phone. Okay? So Jen asked me yesterday, she goes, hey, where's Scotty been? I've been missing him. Like, I didn't realize how much I loved and missed him until I, can't hear from him anymore.
Yeah, crazy how that works out.
And I'm like, yeah, same. And I said that, something's wrong with his phone. Brandon Bob also asked me this. Brandon Bob had said, where's Scott been? Brandon Bob said he'd start chipping in money to help have Scott get his phone fixed.
He did.
Let's see here.
Anybody else?
Ordered a new battery for my phone. We'll talk tomorrow. So we will talk today online, but I should have it by Monday. Okay. And he said this morning, hi, Ebo and RJ. No phone, but soon. Looking forward to the game tonight. Question, do you think if the Packers are up on points, you think LaFleur will be easy on his brother?
No.
And go for the... You got to see how everything's spelled in this. It's incredible.
I can't wait.
And he ordered a new battery. Scott, will he go easy on his brother? No, I don't think so. This is a huge game for trying to see who's going to make the last cuts for the 53-man. You need guys out there gaming hard. So no one's going to take the foot off the gas here. The only one that does that, I guess, would be Matt LaFleur, but that's during playoff games against the Bears
and regular season.
Yeah, or meaningful games in the regular season.
Yeah.
So
not a meaningless game like this.
No. So if you're wondering about Scotty, he says Monday should be good to go.
But Monday, I'm in love.
The Cure.
Yes.
He had to get a new phone, or a new battery for his phone, excuse me. So don't worry, Scotty will be back, hopefully, on Monday. All right, 608-321-1670. Tons of audio coming out of Packers. Josh Jacobs situation. Also, we're almost to college football. Your Wisconsin Badgers hosting, kind of Notre Dame at Lambeau Field.
They're actually the away team. They were the home team in Chicago.
Yeah.
Wearing white.
We'll come right back.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, wait. Sunday always comes too late. Friday never hesitate. I don't care if Monday's black. Tuesday, Wednesday, hard to tell. Thursday, never looking back. It's Friday, I'm in love.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
This is Over the Line on Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, welcome back in. Happy Friday. The last Friday without a score predictor. Wow. Look at us. We made it.
Look at
well,
us.
we haven't made it yet. We're still a week away.
Well, I mean,
I can't believe I'll be saying this next Friday. Give me your score prediction for Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Lambeau, Sunday. Well, not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Man, the Brewers' chances on Poly Market went down after the win last night.
They were at 13 yesterday. They're at 12 today.
Okay, so we'll get to the Josh Jacobs stuff. We just started the show with it. Got a little heavy. We'll get back to it. But RJ, you said, what the hell did Bill Michaels tweet out last night at 9:30?
The Brewers would have to go 500, and the Cubs would have to go 22-6
for the Brewers to lose the
last
division.
28 games for the Brewers to lose the division.
Why are we saying that?
But they are only up by 7 on the Cubs and play the Cubs 7 times. So even if you go 14-14 and they go 22-6, if you lose to the Cubs 7 times, you can still lose the division.
Why is Bill tweeting that at 9:30 at night?
Because he wanted to be the first to say it.
Well, here I'll one up Billy on this. We love you, Big Unit. I'm gonna one up you here. Yeah, the Brewers could miss the playoffs still. They still could miss the playoffs.
They still could.
There is a mathematic chance that they could do that.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Yes, they had to go, I think only have 5 wins down this stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what it was. We did this yesterday. Maybe Bill heard us.
Yeah.
Brewers, though, not likely. Brewers get another series win. They best the Mets 8-2. You have Jackson Cheerio 4 for 5 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs. Jacob Mizorowski picked up the win, 2 hits, struck out 6 over 6 innings. Eat a man. And 9 of the Miz's 95 pitches were clocked at 100 miles per hour, with none reaching 101. But there was mound issues, RJ. That's what I'm telling myself. I don't want to have to think about potential the Miz having some velo drop. But he is making history as well. Jacob Mizorowski has done something, I guess, that hasn't been done since 1985. Became the first pitcher since Doc Gooden to start a season with 25 straight starts, allowing 3 earned runs or less in each. All right, 608-321-1670. Brewers come home today, by the way. They'll take on the Rangers. Line 1, good morning.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Mike in Portage, hello, good morning.
Bumblebee Tuna.
So,
and Quincy Ocha.
Quincy Ocha.
White Devil, White Devil. Was someone just whispering? Oh, you're whispering.
Yes, I am. Your balls are showing.
Mike?
So, yeah.
What's going on?
Just heading, I got to make a quick run for work up to Fort McCoy, which I wasn't planning on this morning.
Oh.
And then I'm going to get geared up and head up to the Brewer game tonight.
Oh.
Country music night. We got belt buckle giveaway. Brewers belt buckles.
Really?
Thanks, Ignacio, for the belt buckle. And then Cole Swindell will be playing in concert after the game.
Oh,
so.
Better hope they win.
And then we got then we got the hotel. We got the he's like a B-list country singer. He was popular like 15 years ago.
Oh.
Kind of. I mean, he's got 1 or 2 decent songs.
Man, that's a pretty cool Brewers belt buckle.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
I might wear that thing for the next week. I don't know, to sport it around the office.
I wonder how big it is, though.
How many though? Are you going to be getting in there early? You going to be in line?
You had to buy a special ticket package to get them.
Oh, so it comes with. Oh, it's got a bottle opener on it.
I don't know how big it is.
No,
though.
that's an old one. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you got to go to their theme nights.
Nope. There it is. Nice.
Yes. Yeah, you had to get a special ticket package, and the family wanted to go to this one. I mean, I just wanted to go watch a good competitor. You know, I will wear the belt buckle. I'll send you a picture of me modeling it.
No, that's country.
That's country.
That's country. Hey, that's baseball? No, that's country.
I'm surprised our own Kate Fox isn't going getting that belt buckle. She's a country girl. Get her belt buckle.
Yeah.
Out her boots.
I don't think she's a buckle bunny.
I don't even have a belt buckle. I have belts. I don't have a belt buckle.
I don't either.
Mike, you're one of your monikers, the Human Flock Camera. You've access to information. You're Johnny Law and all that stuff. I don't say that as an insult. That's a compliment. Mike, give us the lowdown on the Josh Jacobs situation.
What you've read is what I know.
Well, yeah, I know. Like,
I'm guessing like, based on what I read, he was originally arrested for a lot more.
Yes.
I'm guessing she probably accused him of that, and then they're like, let's take a step back. You know, his lawyer got involved, get the camera footage, the video footage, and then charge him correctly. So,
Gotcha.
they're probably just charging off of what they saw on the.
Yeah, it's quite from a felony strangulation and one of the 5 charges when it first happened to now just 2 misdemeanors, right? That's a pretty big drop of.
Yeah. I'm guessing she probably was freaking out, accusing him of all this stuff, and then they started investigating and realized, hey, this is what he actually did. Let's charge him with less. So, but
I also heard something that they can't get in a hold of her. They won't return phone calls. Who knows though?
What?
I've heard a couple things. That's all it is. That I don't know. More will be revealed.
Bitches be crazy.
Okay.
Mike?
One more thing. I think
Oh no. 0 more things, I guess.
Mike, your phone's cutting out. Your phone's cutting out hard, buddy.
All you said was one more thing, and then we heard.
Mike, have fun. Have fun tonight, and go get that belt buckle, baby.
I'll talk to you. All right.
Line 2. Good morning.
Happy Fish Fry Friday, fellas. Patrick and Oshkosh.
Patrick, my man. God, I could kill for some fish fry right now. Instead, I have a hard-boiled egg in my hand.
Are you guys going out for fish tonight?
I will.
I might be up in Minocqua.
Oh yeah, yeah. I unfortunately.
There you go.
I unfortunately
you
won't be.
a thirsty whale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I've heard good things. That's one of the ones I haven't been to yet. But yeah, when I do go up there, we hop around to restaurants with fish fries.
I'm going to be at the Middleton Good Neighbor Fest for another station I work for, having people your chance to win tickets to see Weezer at the Pfizer Forum and potentially Smashing Pumpkins at the Kohl Center.
Ooh.
So I'll be at a fair, a festival.
Nice.
They might have fish fry.
I'm going to be going to the mine shaft, but it's not necessarily for the fish because I spend way more money on the games than I do the food. Just because I'm addicted to claw machines.
Where's the mine shaft?
Yeah, was that Oshkosh?
Oshkosh. There's one in Oshkosh and there's one in Hartford.
Okay.
Oh, look at that! Whoa, look at all those games.
Oh wow.
I mean, when I finally won, like, they have this gigantic claw machine where it's like this huge stuffed teddy bear, and I must have stuck $40 in this stupid game because I'm addicted. So I finally win one. And I didn't realize that there's this little girl standing next to me. And she's like, you won, you got the bear. And I'm like, oh, great. And all of a sudden, and then reach into the chute and pull it out, and I'm thinking, God, what the hell am I going to do with this thing?
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, hey, would you like this? She's like, are you kidding? I said, no, you can have it. So she grabs it and, was so happy and a great look on her face, and then she runs right to a female that must be a single mom because she's by herself, and she says something to her mom and then points and looks at me, and her mom kind of leans back and looks over, and I'm like, oh, Christ. I'm by myself. I'm like, I'm not a pedophile.
I'm by myself. I'm playing a claw machine trying to win teddy bears. The optics. Yeah.
That's
okay.
2 sports takes. One, the Brewers last night. It's nice to see Churio get off the schneid because I think he's had a lot of, at least the last few weeks, wasted at bats, like 1, 2, 3, you're out kind of crap. And 2, Jed York. I think
Patrick, real quick. You called in earlier this week, and I asked if I gave you $140, what would you do with it? Turns out you would have dumped it all in the claw machines, but you didn't know the story at first, and then afterwards, what'd you think when I told the story on there about Jed York?
Well, let's face it, $140 at a double wide. I mean, they're charging it twice. he's getting overcharged.
Well,
but
yeah, sorry.
I was thinking too, maybe Jed York was responding to a jobs wanted ad that he was looking at hiring people who were very hands on the job. I'm just saying. I mean, I know he's a billionaire, but
you know, in the police video, in this arrest video, they're like, "Man, these guys got all the money in the world, and this is what they chose to do with it. It's just crazy to me." Like, hey, you know, maybe you just wanted to. Maybe you can't get that in high society. You know, maybe you just wanted something just nasty. You can't get that.
Well, and especially out of a double wide. I mean, at least you would expect you don't have to worry about anybody wearing any teeth. So maybe that's why they charge double. I don't know.
I was reading though, Patrick, that the trailer park, what was it called? I think it was called like Maple Hill Trailer, something like that. They wanted, because they posted on Facebook, their socials, and they wanted to be abundantly clear that he only was pulled over by there. That wasn't his final destination where he was going to go. They're like, we're classier than the $140 ones, okay?
Well, were you supposed to go?
$150 here.
Yeah. Was he supposed to go in the alley behind the second double wide?
I don't know. Too funny, man.
Hey, you guys have a nice weekend, okay?
Hey, good luck at the mine shaft, dude, all right? Get those claw
all right,
machines.
thanks.
See you, brother. Those claw machine mans, they're we had my brother-in-law and nieces, and his wife Jenna. They came over and we went out to Spare Time. And at Spare Time, they have the claw machines. And my littlest niece is obsessed with the claw machines, too. She could spend $50 in literally 1 minute. It is nuts of how much you can dump into those machines. And
yeah.
And then how do you explain to a kid?
That's like worse than like doing pull tabs.
How do you explain to a kid, hey, here's $50 or $25 or whatever it is, right? You can take this money and go buy many toys, or you can dump it into one machine and maybe not get a toy. And if you do get a toy, it's worth 50 cents. Which do you? How do you explain? But it's the thrill, RJ. It's the thrill of it, of out there trying to get it. And yeah, what I just told Patrick, if you're out and about in the Middleton area, it's the Middleton Good Neighbor Fest, and I work for another station as well, an alternative rock station called the Resistance 106.7.
La Resistance.
I will be out there at Middleton Good Neighbor Fest, your chance to win tickets to see Weezer at the Pfizer Forum. And I do believe we'll have Smashing Pumpkins tickets, your chance to win at the Kohl Center. So if you're around, come say hi, sign up to win.
Hey.
We'll come right back.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. Brewers good. Packers, we were talking about this for a while. There's no drama surrounding the Packers. Our biggest worry was a kicker and Keyshawn Nixon, and now it is official. Charges filed against Josh Jacobs, a misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property. There will be suspension. The question is, will there be more than just a suspension? Is there a moment where the Packers say, hey, we have to move on from you? So, and we'll get more into this. And obviously, Jacobs is presumed innocent of these charges. This was let's see here, a statement from the Brown County District Attorney David L. Lassie, L-A-S-E-E, Lassie.
Nailed it.
One of those three is right.
Yeah.
Or all wrong. Our office has sought to ensure a fair and complete review of available evidence, some of which only recently became available to our office due to a significant ongoing forensic efforts by law enforcement. Enhance. A criminal complaint is nothing more than a written formal accusation against a defendant alleging the commission of criminal offenses and does not raise any inference of guilt. Mr. Jacobs is presumed innocent of these charges, as this is an ongoing criminal case. And out of respect for the rights of all parties, our office will not have further comment on the matter at this time. The NFL said they'll monitor the situation. And, Adam Schefter has been alluding to this for a while now that, Josh Jacobs is one of the guys probably going to be suspended by the NFL. And I want to give, we have the Steppies come out. It's our yearly award show, the Steppies, where Over the Line hands out to our habitual line steppers, the Steppies. There will be a new category now. It'll be Investigator of the Year. Mike and Portage is up there. Mike and Portage, a.k.a. the Human Flock Camera. He's up there. And now G-Dub, though, in the running for Investigator of the Year. G-Dub put us onto this, a month, 3 weeks, a month ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, something like that. And he's like, hey, I know some people that know some things. And they told me, don't draft Jacobs in fantasy football because some charges will be coming soon. And he was ahead of the curve. I heard it, too, from some other people in the know like 2 days ago. And then, obviously, yesterday, the news dropped. So, G-Dub, Investigator of the Year, right now, front runner. Mike and Portage is nipping at your heels, though. The human flock camera, he's coming for you.
He is.
Let's see. Jacobs is subject to a suspension by the NFL, conducting its own investigation. and it's up to the NFL to decide whether to suspend him to start the season or wait until the legal process is completed. Brian McCarthy, an NFL spokesperson, said, quote, "We have been closely monitoring all developments in the matter, which remains under review." And the Packers said yesterday that they are aware of the charges filed against Jacobs, and I quote, "We will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we work through the process. We will have no further comment at this time." Jacobs scheduled for initial court appearance November 17th. Okay. There you go. There's a little, just in case you missed the info, there's a little, we'll get back to it coming up more here. All right, 608-321-1670. There is good, though. The Brewers, 1 week away from a score predictor. I can't believe next Friday I'll be saying, give me your score predictor for Wisconsin versus Notre Dame. RJ, how are we feeling about, you're going, right?
I'm going.
You're going. You're going to Lambeau next Sunday.
We're going to win.
Is it happening?
12-0.
Is it happening?
It's happening.
Now, the last time Wisconsin played at Lambeau, they beat the 5th team in the country.
Yep. Beat a top 5 team while they were unranked.
Well,
it turns out that team was actually really bad. And Wisconsin ended up with 1 loss that season. And because they were unranked, didn't have a chance to play for anything, which is awesome. Because, preseason polls really mean so much. There should not be a poll until the end of September.
Doesn't? Well, what's that going to get people to talk about then at the water cooler?
Well, here's the thing. They can do what they always talk about. Well, I'm going to look at the logo and say, that team's going to be good.
That's what they do for Notre Dame.
That's what they do for Notre Dame, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State. Like, go down. If you're a blue blood, you're going to be named in a preseason poll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you play in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
What's the point?
You have it in your head.
What's the point?
After the first month of games, then start ranking them. If they're going to be that good, they should be 4-0, and they'll be where you want them to be.
What's the point?
What's the point? You can sell magazines. Because people, oddly enough, people still buy the preseason college football magazines. I'm one of them.
Yeah, and draft, the NFL draft magazines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow that's like the only thing hanging on.
And publications for fantasy football. That's another one. I don't get that. And then people mark them up.
I don't. Yeah. The last magazine I bought was Mad Magazine.
The last magazine I bought was last year's, like Street and Smith and all those. So
I used to buy Mad magazines like every time they came out. I got boxes of them. It's the last time I bought that was a while ago. What? Me worry?
No.
All right, we'll come right back. Stick around.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, Packers running back Josh Jacobs has been charged with a pair of misdemeanors stemming from an incident that led to his arrest in May. The Brown County District Attorney's Office filed charges yesterday of battery and criminal damage to property against the 28-year-old. He is due in court November 17th. Now, he was initially arrested on 5 charges, including felony strangulation. The NFL says it's continuing to monitor the situation. Meanwhile, the team added a new tight end to their roster, Jonnu Smith, after spending last year with Pittsburgh, catching 38 passes and a couple of touchdowns. He was a Pro Bowler with Miami a year before. The Packers will now face off against the Arizona Cardinals tonight at Lambeau Field for their final preseason game. Turning to the Badgers, speaking of Lambeau, they're just 9 days away from taking on Notre Dame on September 6th.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and We educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
That's another series win for the Milwaukee Brewers as they would take down the Mets last night 8-2. Starting pitcher Jacob Mizorowski would pick up the win. He went 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs while striking out 6. And offensively, it would be a night for Jackson Cheerio. He went 4 for 5 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, while Andrew Vaughn, Gary Sanchez, William Contreras, and Cooper Pratt each had an RBI. The Brewers now sit 83-51 on the year. They're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers for the best record in the big leagues and 7 games above the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. The Crew now comes home and will take on the Raiders tonight at American Family Field for a 6:40 first pitch. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
It Friday. Good morning, 608-321-1670. People already climbing on in here. Yeah, so Josh Jacobs, what do you do? What do you do? What
Sorry.
do you do?
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at.
No,
I know you're talking about speed.
Yeah, listen, you can chuckle at that, RJ.
You do hot shot.
It's just a reference and an homage, a little wink to speed. What do you do?
Dennis Hopper.
If here at 608-321-1670, I'm looking at the text line. Our guy J.A. Krebs just texted in. He says, it's Marshawn Lloyd's time. Get Jacobs out of here. So there's that line of thinking, right? No nonsense. Don't tolerate it at all. You do something like that, you're done. You're gone. Let's see here. Per the criminal complaint, a woman identified as Jacobs' girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacobs' phone and saw that he was talking to other women. I will say, going through someone's phone, it never ends well. And there's always at least an argument. There's always something that you're like, And then after she did that, she became upset and threw his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone and told him to call a car to bring her to Chicago.
This sounds like the lyrics to Love Stinks.
When she tried to retrieve her phone, according to the complaint, Jacobs did not return it. Instead, grabbed her arm and it became physical struggle that lasted several minutes. Later, the complaint said the woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage when he, quote, grabbed her and threw her to the ground and she struck her head, suffering an injury. The report says a police officer observed redness to her face and neck and was able to feel that she had a bump on the back of her head, and she described that she was in pain as a result of the injuries. She also said that Jacobs did not return one of her phones and damaged the other. The report also said there is surveillance footage from the camera system within the garage, but not inside the house. And from what I was understanding, too, that Jacobs deleted all of the, I'd assume it was a Ring camera or something to that nature, that effect, and deleted what it had saved. But you've seen enough investigation shows and 2020s or Datelines or yada, yada, yada to say they can easily get that back. So, yeah. Jacobs now charged misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property. I would imagine come week 1, you're going to see Marshawn Lloyd toting the rock. I would imagine so. I would assume that there will be a suspension coming before, the season officially begins.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm all in on Marshawn Lloyd. He's been saying all the right things and doing all the right things. He's looking like he's good in practice, obviously, training camp, but his limited time in the preseason games as well. Maybe you'll see a little more of him tonight or against the Cardinals. I don't know how much you're going to see of the starters, but we'll see. But Marshawn Lloyd now is your number 1, I'd imagine, coming week 1 against the Vikings. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Good morning, Dave. Dave from Monona.
I think somebody called in yesterday and predicted that it was all a fake injury. I mean, when will you people in an evil land realize I know all, see all, and the wizard knows it? So I'll take my big victory lap today. He is done. But I sure hope they get rid of him before after the season, because otherwise Green Bay is going to burn to the ground. So whatever you do, Packers, make sure you do it when Packers aren't in town, because we know what happens in this state. So, but.
Yep. Dave, I mean, you're totally right, though. There's a reason why he was not talking to the media. I'm sure they all knew something was happening eventually, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, people are all talking about his injuries, the media, and it's like, come on, people, you can't be that dumb. Yeah. I mean, the cameras and films, and but I think the Wizard told everybody that was going to happen, so bye-bye, see you later. I mean, he'll get a suspension. He'll never play another down in Green Bay, because there's not a chance in hell Green Bay, a 90% white town with women in there, are going to allow him back? Yeah, right. But hey, the reason I really called was I got to thinking of, you said Pfizer Forum. RJ, this may be a question for you. Do you know why Wisconsin never holds a women's hockey or a women's volleyball or a men's hockey tournament at the Coast? I mean, we're giving all the millions of dollars of business to Pfizer Forum.
Yeah.
I never in all my life have never known the reason.
I don't know why women's hockey hasn't put in for like NCAA tournaments, and maybe they have and they're just not giving it, because they play a game in there which gives them the rights to put in a bid to host like the women's Frozen Four or something like that. I honestly don't know if they've ever put in a bid, but I mean, at the rate we're getting more concerts and all that kind of stuff here, I don't see why a hockey state and a hockey town, especially for this women's hockey team, wouldn't be able to host women's hockey. And
same with volleyball.
Probably, right.
Yeah,
I think for women's hockey, the Kohl Center might be too big. They don't want to have that, because like look at like Ritter Arena is where the Gophers women's hockey team play, and they have hosted the Frozen Four. They go to like smaller arenas to make sure they don't like look dumb and have empty seats. But like
we got
here,
the LeBron Arena then.
LeBron is actually too small, and it would need to be retrofitted with suites and things like that, which they didn't think of and didn't build that. So like I wish they'd bring that.
Didn't Wisconsin women's volleyball play in the Pfizer Forum this earlier this year?
But he's
the
saying
last couple
like,
years they've had tournaments there. We want to give them millions of dollars for them.
Yeah, and like I hopefully, because Kelly Sheffield, he's out there being like one of the most vocal people for his sport, which is awesome. With a new athletic director, who knows? Maybe that's another revenue stream that the Big Ten director of revenue.
Even a tournament, because we're giving all that money to
like
the hotels and restaurants and businesses and to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee could care less.
Right.
So I was just wondering, because I've never, all the years, even men's, we never held a tournament or a Christmas tournament or.
You got concerts coming to the Kohl Center. You got Smashing Pumpkins, Mumford & Sons. You just had Fish. Metallica was there not too long.
Nobody cares about that drug music concert crap. We're talking sports. The hell with
Well, I'm just telling you, they do other things there at the Kohl Center.
Smashing Pumpkins.
The Smashing Pumpkins, What?
That's all drug smoking, weed, acid, all you guys. I'm talking Badger men's hockey and women and volleyball. Something that's real.
Yeah, something that's real.
Right, now when you gotta go into, now when you gotta go downtown and have concealed carry during those concerts. But anyway, no, I was just curious. And so next time I make a prediction, people, listen, will you?
Dave.
I mean,
drug music.
If we don't know by now, we should.
Dave, never change. I know you won't, but never change, all right?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Line 2, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. How we living?
Vagabond John.
Morning, Vagabond.
Happy Friday, brother. Living large and in charge.
So if it's Marshawn Lloyd and we get to a situation where Matt LaFleur is going to try to force the running game, I have an idea.
Yes?
You know how right before Dolly Parton passed RIP earlier this week, it was kind of eerie. Right before she said, "I want to figure out, and we're building a program to meet my fans, to reach all the fans."
Yeah, AI.
Via Avatar.
Yeah, like the AI avatar Dolly Parton. Yeah.
Yeah, so she was talking about that like less than 48 hours before passing away, which is a little creepy. But so I have a suggestion. I think we bring back Chris Farley, and I think we have Adam Sandler go to Matt LaFleur and say, "Can you let Jordan Love throw the ball, please?"
Well, Vagabond.
Please? Can you let Jordan Love throw the ball, please? For God's sake, let the man throw the ball! For God's sake!
Matt LaFleur did say somewhere along this training camp, maybe the start of training camp, that he was going to let, I think his words were, let it rip a little more of Jordan Love.
Can we get Matthew Golden a touch, please? Please? Please?
For the love of God!
Let the man get the ball! Come on!
Get the ball!
Please?
Please?
That skit's been in my mind all week.
Pulling his hair out.
My wife is definitely done with that skit.
She's like, dude, I'm about to pop this baby out, and you're screaming like Chris Farley. Can I have a little sanity?
Can we go to the Culver's drive-thru?
Please?
Please?
Please? Vagabond, just more, we talked yesterday about this, our concern for the Packers, I think it was yesterday, coming into the season, and, Josh Jacobs is one of them, because I don't think he's playing. But the question is, does he play ever again for the Packers now?
Yeah, ever again, right? Geez. I think it depends if this video gets released or not, right? I literally, and on Grant's show, he spent a lot of time discussing, well, why would we want the video? Well, I want the video because this case is very strange. Wisconsin has a very clear path to upgrade any sort of assault or intimidation towards a loved one, a partner, a spouse, a family member, any sort of assault, battery, misdemeanor charge automatically, essentially, for most cases, you get the domestic violence tag added in the state of Wisconsin. That's how it works here. There's no domestic violence misdemeanor charge available. That doesn't exist in the state of Wisconsin. It's about 50-50 per state. Instead, we have a system where if you have a battery misdemeanor, you can just add the domestic violence tag to that case. In this case, shout out Mike and Portage, it is very clear that they did not add that domestic violence tag. And so the domestic violence rules in the NFL would not apply. So either they talked down the charges pre-trial, right? Meaning, we don't think we can get all those charges, so we're going to go for the minimum charges that we think we can for sure win, right? And that's always a little bit gross. But in this case, they have a video, and they kind of dropped all complaints outside of the video, right? They dropped the strangulation piece really quick, right? And that's kind of really specific.
Yeah.
Right? That's and that's like the cops noticed the redness around her neck. Well, now I've got all kinds of questions. Why are we dropping charges when there's evidence? And the bit that's now maintained in the charge is very clearly defined in the video. So we've seen plenty of NFL players have some sort of similar case over the last 10 years or so, basically since Ray Rice.
Yeah.
And even the Ray Rice one, right? We kind of thought, maybe no big deal. And then you saw the elevator, and then, okay, now it's a big deal, right? And so in this case, I think the Packers should cut him, but will he ever play again in Green Bay? The answer, in my opinion, should be no, right?
Sure.
But the NFL has a funny way of figuring out a way to get these superstars back in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll just go play for, who is it? Aren't the Chiefs a bunch of, they really support violence against women?
Yeah, and
like
they had guys that go 120
know.
miles an hour and get into car accidents and almost kill people. And
oh, didn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the Tyreek Hill stuff? Wasn't it something kind of similar to this?
He broke his kid's arm,
right?
Yeah.
Abuser of women and kids.
Yes, both.
So like that's what the Chiefs stand for, right? If you are a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you are accepting that is.
I mean, they
what
did
you stand
trade
for.
him to Miami,
Where then he got
and then he
speeding again.
yeah, and then he got speeding as he was heading into the stadium.
We'll see what happens, Vagabond. You know, more will be revealed as always.
Yeah, more will be revealed on that front. Man, if we do not have a running game. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is active and plays for the Chiefs, and there is a video where he kicked a 19-year-old woman in a Cleveland hotel hallway. Like, there is a public video.
Yes, that is.
It's just, and there's also Rasheed Rice.
There's all kinds of yes. I think you could probably find a case for every team. I bet.
This is like pretty common if you just Google domestic violence. So I guess the other side of this is CTE is real, and they're finding that like most NFL players have CTE. So we gotta, I guess, acknowledge that Josh Jacobs is a human living with CTE because we pay him to play football. There's that side of it, but
yeah.
Well, Vagabond.
So Matt LaFleur, just please throw the ball.
Please.
Can we throw the ball?
Can we just please throw the ball? Thank you, Vagabond. For the love of.
Please. For the love of God. All right, guys.
See you,
Have a
brother.
good weekend. Later.
Oh, our resident Chiefs fan. Timed in.
And he was released right.
He was released right after he went to Cleveland. So there you go.
Cleveland is where you go.
Yeah, I mean it's usually Raiders.
And he was a Raider.
Yeah, Raiders, Cleveland,
So
Cowboys sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
they did cut him.
Well, there was
After-
Greg Hardy. They signed
Yeah.
after Greg Hardy.
I thought they cut him.
No, he did all of his bad, like, he beat the hell out of a woman, threw her in a gun full of beds, said he was going to kill her.
Bed full of guns.
What did I say?
Gun full of
Yeah,
guns.
bed full of guns. And then the Cowboys were like, you know what? I think come on over. Come to Dallas.
See, now I thought that happened, and then they released him, but he didn't have a good year, and then they released him, right? And then he went to UFC and got piss pounded because dudes are like, oh, you want to hit women? How about I hit you?
Line 3, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
Good, how are you? They call me Nader.
Oh. My Lord. Nader?
Yes, sir.
It's like the Undertaker. He has risen. Nader, how have you been? What's up?
Real good.
How's life? I don't even know where to begin now.
It's just fine. Let's talk about the task at hand here.
Well,
Stay on task.
I just want it to be known, Nader, you've been missed dearly.
Oh, good. It's good to be missed. I like to think of myself as unforgettable.
I'll never forget this moment right now, the return of Nader.
I think the Packers better get rid of him just for the fact of if they get rid of him after they see the video, shows some incompetence.
Yeah.
As far as like the coaching staff goes and stuff, it's like they just got to turn it over to HR at this point and see how they handle it. Because I just remember the Ray Rice incident, the Baltimore running back.
Oh yeah.
That one that came out that like he punched his girlfriend in an elevator.
That was
and then they show.
Yeah.
And then they show it, and it's like, what did you think you were going to see?
Yeah. Patty
That he
cake?
punched his.
They're just playing patty cake in the elevator? No, that was
Says he punched her in an elevator, and then they show it, and makes it even worse. And then they do it.
Yeah.
As much of a talent as he is, the Green Bay as they are, try to be. I mean, the James Lofton era is over. Darren Sharper, all this stuff.
Yeah.
They kind of want to. I think they want to get ahead of this one as much as it hurts.
Yeah.
Because if they see there's these videos, it's going to get worse when they see it, no matter what. That's just the way I feel about it. Like you're hearing these rumors, and then when it's come to light, that's going to hurt. And then they do it, like, oh wait, the people really didn't like this.
Yeah, I got nothing to disagree with you right there, Nader. I think you got to move on. It's it's the image.
Yeah, and it sucks. When I heard the allegations on the news, in May, I was like, oh, this isn't good. And if they're pressing charges, that's stiff. Charges are not allegations anymore.
Yeah.
And they've had 4 months to go over it.
Yeah, since late May. Yeah. Nader,
that's kind of a problem.
Nader, other than that, man, just give me something. Where you been at? Parts unknown? You were out on the lam somewhere? You on the run? What?
No. Perfectly cozy.
You gonna do the witness protection or something, or what?
No, that's not it.
Right.
Just picking my battles, and when a topic comes up that
you strike. Well,
feel like I need to weigh in on, and hopefully make some sense.
You made perfect sense, and honestly, Nader, I didn't think I'd see the day or hear the day again when we got to talk to you. So I cherished every moment of this phone call.
All right, I appreciate that. And I think if Jordan Love, if he throws 20+ interceptions this year, we make the playoffs. Anything less than that, we don't.
Nader,
let it fly, man.
Let it fly. Let it rip. Don't be a stranger, okay, Nader?
Let it fly. Trust your defense, and just go for it.
Give her the beans, Nader. Give her L. Nader, don't be a stranger. You know the number. Use it, okay?
608-321-1670. Call in anytime. Talk to Ebo.
Nader,
you can go find.
Nader,
you can go find him in Montfort. You can find him in Montfort at a popcorn stand any given weekend.
Nader, have a great weekend, brother. We missed you.
Yeah.
That's you, man. Nader! I talked to Nader in how long has it been? Half a year? Maybe longer? All right, we got to take a break. We'll come right back.
Bring to this neighborhood a non-stop talk alternative.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do, hot shot?
Josh Jacobs, what do you do? Will the Packers move on? Let's see. 608-321-1670. Cindy from Madison texted in. Good morning, Cindy. She goes, hey, guys, this is so weird. After 3 months, they bring 2 misdemeanor charges against him. Absolutely ridiculous. They should have done this before. If there was anything there to begin with, don't you think they've seen the video? Everybody has seen the video except, of course, us, but it's ridiculous that now they're bringing 2 misdemeanor charges. Just remember, he hasn't been to court yet. He has not been found guilty yet. So just sit on your hands and don't trade him yet. And I understand that, too. I've been told and believe that he deleted the videos. That's why you didn't see him. Deleted them. And then they used, obviously, some forensic specialist to get it back. So that's what I was, the assumption that I am under. All right, that's the text line. Now the phone line. Line 1, good morning.
Good morning, guys, from the salt mines.
Corey from the salt mines. Corey, what's up, brother?
Not too much about those Brewers the last 2 days. Talk about some positive stuff.
Yeah.
This is my crew.
Have you noticed they feel a little bit more locked in the last couple of days, to use the terminology we were using yesterday? Yeah. After that, maybe that kind of jolted them out of their midsummer lull. You know, when you had somebody like that. You know the meme, you guys, like with the get up meme. So like where he says like get up, you got like a hand out in front of you. So maybe that's all he needed. A little bit of like, hey, let's get dialed back in on this.
Yeah, a little jolt.
A little jolt. Time to put the Cubs in a body bag starting next week.
Put him in a body bag.
Put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Hell yeah.
So, question for you guys. So, you know, some more of the heavy stuff here.
Yeah.
They do have a reserve suspended list in the NFL where the guy can be put on that.
Yeah.
And just setting aside all the how to best put it, the distastefulness of it. You gotta look at it as just like go back to Godfather. It's just business. So okay, so what do you do if you're running the Packers and it's bad PR to have a guy that's a woman beater on your team, unproven yet.
Yeah.
It's just a bad look, right?
Yep.
At the same time, the guy he's on the downward side of his career, let's be honest. He's going to be 29 in February, but he's got some juice left in his legs. And as you know, Evo, there's plenty of teams out there that pick up a guy that you just let go, right?
I don't know that even going to let him go. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, thinking about that, like, okay, and I'm looking at his contract details right now, like his dead cap. So if you cut him, I don't know if there's some sort of, you know, unknown deal where, like, if you cut a guy because of that it doesn't count. You know, it's like the dead cap, whatever. But it's like $6.25 million this year from what I'm looking at here. So I could see them kind of going a different option, theoretically, and just throwing him on the reserve suspended list, like once that comes down, the suspension, right? And then once you get towards the end of the season, because you don't really want, it's kind of like to some extent. Like then you could keep him rostered active then after that and just kind of see how it goes. But then if somebody picks him up, it's not as big a deal. I feel like that if someone pick him up later on in the year versus earlier in terms of like, it's kind of like, you know, in fantasy, not to bring that up because that's not real football, but, you know, you play keep away, right? When guys are like, you see someone get injured, you're like, oh, I'm going to pick up so-and-so, so this guy can't get him type deal. So, like what the Dodgers did with Tarek Skubal, trading for him, even though they really don't need him. But anyways, that's my 2 cents. But more fun stuff. Looking forward to the score predictor returning next week.
Yeah, baby. Get ready. A week away from that, Corey. Start thinking of your score.
I only channeled one correct one in like 3 years of doing it last year.
Not many people get it right.
I know, and I forgot to come get the meat sticks from Evo, but that's okay.
That's okay.
And
we can.
I have to make.
I'll get you a beer at Monk's.
I got to make my way down there.
I'll get you a beer at Monk's in Sun Prairie, Corey, for your winnings.
It's a deal.
Done.
We'll see you next week there. Done. Finito. So, RG, you're heading up to Lambeau for the game?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. I got a buddy who lives up there, so spending the night. We're going out tailgating, and because we normally do a Packer game a year, so we're doing that as well, but doing Badger game, then we're going to the Cowboys game, I think, for
giddy up.
Packer game
Okay.
this year. But, yeah, so we're we couldn't get a Lambeau parking pass, but there's enough surface area around there that does parking. We know of a place that we have pinned because we stumbled across it one time when we were tailgating. So we'll be partying it up for
living life in the fast lane.
My girlfriend's coming too, so I don't know how long she'll want to be out before the game.
And that's a full car wash on a day like that, because I went up there when they played LSU with my buddy Toddy.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a full-on day, man. When you're out there in that hot sun,
Yep.
Yeah. Buddy.
Yeah. But it's also my birthday, so I get to call the shots.
Happy early birthday, RJ.
Oh, thank you.
You got to stay hydrated on that one, RJ.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be – and I was going to ask about which Packer game you're going to, is I'm going to be going up for the return of the Willis when they play the Dolphins in late December.
Okay.
Cool.
I like those noon games.
Yeah, same. Big fan of the nooner.
Noon games,
love the nooner.
You know. But, Evo, how about you? You have anything fun planned this weekend? Can you get out on the paddleboard at all? Or
paddleboard. I was on the paddleboard last night. It was nice.
Nice.
Good Neighbor Fest tonight in Middleton. That'll be your chance to win Smashing Pumpkins tickets, Weezer tickets.
Ooh.
And then I do believe I'll be out. I'm going to buy myself a new trim nail gun, and then we're going to do some trimming around the house.
Oh, nice.
In the house. Work weekend.
Get down on those baseboards.
That's right.
Do some trim.
Yep.
Get down on those baseboards.
And some removing of trim, painting, and then some putting on of new trim. So there you go. Corey?
Sounds like, well, that's a full weekend right there.
It is.
The last, I guess, non-full football weekend. We got week 0, little boys, coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
On regular
had some
over-the-air TV, too.
games last night, so it was a bunch of FCS and NAIA games, and there was actually an NAIA team that beat a FBS team.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I think it was North.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, I think it was. So, or a Division I team at least. So it was.
Springs a tournament for UW next week, guys. So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Much love, Corey. You the man.
Have a great weekend. You the man. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Catch you. Yeah, tomorrow you have TCU, North Carolina.
In Ireland.
In Dublin. Old friend of the Badgers, Billy Edwards Jr. is starting for North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
And off and running we go. And we got to go to break. We'll come right back.
He was a hard-headed man. He was brutally handsome. She was terminally pretty. She held him up and he held up for ransom in the heart of the cold, cold city. He had a nasty reputation as a cruel dude. They said he was ruthless, said he was cruel. They had one thing in common, they were good and bad. She said, faster, faster, the lights are turning red. Life in the fast lane, surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane.
Over the line! This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right. Let's see here. Surveillance video from Josh Jacobs' garage confirmed relevant portions of the woman's account of the altercation. She told police that Jacobs grabbed her as she tried to leave, threw her to the ground, struck her head. The video specifically shows her on the garage floor. Jacob takes her phone, then returns about 40 seconds later, and it appears to be to damage it. Listen, where's the video? If convicted, Jacobs faces up to 18 months in prison. Originally booked on 5 charges, including felony strangulation, but now faces reduced charges of misdemeanor battery and criminal and criminal damage to property. Man, I wonder. I think just about everyone has said you got to move on, you got to cut. I wonder if the Packers will. We'll see. I wonder. All right, 608-321-1670. Some positive, though, RJ. Brewers. Brewers good. We love Brewers. This is my crew. Brewers, 2 wins away from taking down the over-under of 84.5 that Las Vegas put for them? How about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Every year Vegas puts out a line, you're like, over, and it hits over. Brewers could get to 100 wins. That's some incredible stuff. Speaking of incredible stuff, the Miz making more history or tying history. But remember when Miz outdueled Chris Sale, RJ?
I do.
Chris Sale was dominant last night for the Braves as Sale, 11 strikeouts to record his first shutout since 2019 as they wrapped up a sweep of the Dodgers, the Braves. So the Miz went last night too, and the Miz, was complaining about the mound and not being a little velocity issues and some command, but the mound is a little wet.
Did you see that where his foot just kept going?
Yeah, I mean that's. So the Miz is like, hey, I'm still going out there and going to do it though. Chris Sale, RJ, he was asked after the game after he threw a shutout against the Dodgers.
You threw a pitch over 100 miles per hour for the first time in 8 years. How?
With my arm.
With my arm. I love that. 608-321-1670. I love this guy right here. Big Ron in New Jersey. Big Ron.
Well, guys, just an update on the surgery. It went very well. I'm recovering quickly.
Awesome.
I'm being aided by OxyContin, which is.
Are you feeling pretty good right now, Big Ron?
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday you had commented that I was kind of a little subdued, and it was because I was fasting and I didn't get to have my morning caffeine.
Yeah.
So normally when I call, I'm well loaded up on caffeine, which I am right now.
That's good.
So
I'm glad the surgery
got a
went
little bit more.
man.
Yeah. It's the surgeon. So my middle son plays Division III football at the University of Chicago. It's his senior year. He's the starting running back. He started last year as a junior.
He's a Maroon?
And what was that?
He's a Maroon?
Yes, he's a Maroon.
Nice.
Yes. So his goal was to use his athleticism to get into a top academic school, which he did. University of Chicago is a very good academic school. So, but still have a nice, career as a football player. And so he was first team all conference last year. And
awesome. Good genetics.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I can't claim that. I was not the best. I was a high school athlete. I could have gone to college Division III, but I wanted to party in college.
Well,
so,
don't we all?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the surgeon said normally she doesn't let people fly for like 2 weeks out, but we asked Dr. GPT, and they said 1 to 2 weeks, and so it's like the flight. So we're gonna fly out next Wednesday, so that's 6 days. So that's close enough.
Yeah, you're fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna fly. She's reluctantly letting me fly.
It's like when you see stuff like if you see like you got a carton of milk in your fridge and it's past the due date, it's still fine. That's fine.
Exactly. And I'm kind of like, what's the worst that could happen? I'm like, is it altitude sensitive? She's like, no. She's just like, but if something goes wrong and you're on a plane, there's no one to help you. And I'm like, it's an hour and a half flight to Chicago. It's a short flight.
Yeah.
There's no sensitivity to altitude or anything. Nothing's going to happen. I'm already feeling so much better, this morning. I mean, granted, I'm on a little OxyContin, but...
So does that mean you can't do the body scans anymore? You have to be like, oh, I got this thing in me. I got to go through...
No, I asked her. She said it's MRI compliant,
okay.
But it will set off the... alarm at the airport.
You just gotta let them know.
they give you something called a red card, although she doesn't think it'll be ready by Wednesday. But I go to my post-op follow-up Tuesday morning, and I'll just get a doctor's note saying I just had this surgery and I have a wire in my neck that's going to set off the alarm, and then they'll just flag me, and they'll make me go through that scanner thing where you put your arms above your head.
Yeah. Yep.
They're just minorly inconvenient.
As long as they don't take you in the back room and put on a rubber glove and look for another one.
Rubber glove and give me a little anal exam or something.
Well, Big Ron, I'm glad you're doing better, brother. I'm glad you're doing good.
So am I, and you know what? I'm not only going to fly out Wednesday because my son's game is on a rare Thursday night game because school hasn't started yet. He normally plays on Saturday morning, but I'm going to try to move my flight up on Wednesday and go to the Cubs-Brewers game on Wednesday night because Miz is pitching.
Yeah, must see.
So that's must see, and I've been to Wrigley several times, but never for a Brewers-Cubs game. So it'll be my first. I'm going to throw on my Jackson Churio jersey, and just give it to Cubs fans.
As one should. And you're a beast at that. Really good at that too on Twitter, Big Ron. We love that.
Yeah, I'm better writer than I am talker. I'm kind of a Midwest slow talker.
The pen is mightier than the sword, they say. So.
But what I really love about that Cubs series is we've got Harrison, Dustin May, Miz, and Logan Henderson pitching. So we've basically got our top three studs, and Dustin May is, arguably the fourth best starter right now. As long as he's healthy, he got drilled in the back, I think, by a pitch.
Yeah, he said it's just a contusion. He's good. All right, Big Ron. Anything else? Sorry?
Yeah. One last point I want to make is I love.
Big Ron, I hate to do it to you. Your phone is it's cutting out. I think.
And gone.
Oh, and gone. Big Ron, you were about to make, I do believe, a beautiful point about something, but then your phone just. News of the weird coming up.
Kaput.
After that, scoreboards and set lists with our guy Mike from Joey's Song. I gotta go. RJ, can I go get him? He's downstairs. he texted me like, here, go. Thanks, RJ. All right, news of the weird coming up. Coming out of the state of Wisconsin, a football coach stuck his foot out. I'll explain.
There's a car in the field now in a column of flame with its 2 doors to choose, but only one bears your name. You've been drinking my blood, well, I've been licking your wounds. Well, I'll shave off the pitch now and the scope of your tune. You'll sing, oh. Space Lord, mother.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, scoreboards and settlers coming up. We're Mike from Joey's Song in the house, hanging out. We also we'll get back to Josh Jacobs. I know, oof. But for news of the weird, we do like to keep it light. Well, this one is. We're in the state of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Furious Wisconsin parent. Here's the headline: Furious Wisconsin parent cited for tripping football player who was 9 years old running for touchdown. I have some audio of it here. Here, take a listen. Here you go.
A 9-year-old football player rushing for a touchdown. Suddenly taken to the ground by an adult.
There was a parent on the other side of the field that just he looked like he ran full force and just stuck his leg out.
Claire Bernal says she saw it happen during Saturday's game in Racine.
Now, how he tripped that kid, if you just watched the World Cup, this would have killed the soccer player. This would have killed one of the soccer players. But this 9-year-old...
Between the Case Eagles and the Milwaukee Colts.
It's just completely abhorrent behavior from someone.
Let's go.
Case Eagles head coach Channing Schultz says he was out of town for the game, but immediately got calls from parents.
I was filled with anger. I couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief.
Schultz thinks the parent did it on purpose.
Okay, if you see the video, this kid is broken away from everyone. He's running full speed. As the camera pans to the left, here comes a parent running as fast as he can, and then literally, it looks like Trey Smack kicking a field goal, except he's kicking a kid.
Safety comes first. Like the way he kicked my little guy, his leg could have broke, shin could have broke.
The player was not hurt, and witnesses told 12 News they later saw police talking to the man after the game.
He should be banned for life to me.
The two teams now set to play again in 2 weeks.
There's fear playing a game like that. And with youth sports, it should be fun. It shouldn't be fearful at all.
Schultz is now calling on all coaches and parents to be better leaders.
We got to do better as adults.
We got to do better, yeah. You don't just karate kick 9-year-olds as they're running for it.
We got to do better as parents. We just got to do better as a whole youth, because that should never happen. We should feel safe at games.
Okay,
I like how in the
I think
video,
that's an outlier.
I like how in the video the adult's face is blurred out.
Yeah.
Why do you have to blur it out?
Well, he's a 3-time tripper.
Well, RJ, I'm right here. There's a picture. There's a picture of him not blurred out. If you want to get a good look over here. 608-321-1670. Line 1. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you,
Chris? I'm
Yes.
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, my brother?
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will have to look at that video.
It's here. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
It's funny. I'm sorry. Chris?
So is it, was it RJ that's going to the Dallas game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there, and it's the 100th appearance of the Lambulance.
The Lambulance?
So if you want to, yeah, it's a ambulance decorated like Lambeau Field.
Oh. All right.
And they have a huge tailgate. They have maybe a 25-person, 30-person shot ski that you have to assemble.
Jeez.
I would hope it was filled with alcohol. Yes.
It is filled with alcohol. And it's in the grassy area of the Lindahl Funeral Home.
It's on the grassy knoll.
It is on the grassy knoll. So, am I
shot skis from the grassy knoll? Oh,
yes. Oh,
right,
yeah.
and to the left.
Yeah. It was one magic loop.
Yeah. So maybe I'll see you
left or
there.
the right?
Yeah, I'll have to run it by the rest of my crew. But
Let's sort of run by shot skis.
Well,
on the grassy knoll.
And there's a huge parking area.
Yeah.
It opens, I think, 4 hours ahead of time. So if you get there 4 hours ahead of time, you can't get much closer to Lambeau Field parking unless you're in Lambeau Field. So it's a great parking spot.
Sounds like a good party. Chris, I just got to hit the top of the hour. I mean to show you off, but hey, have a great weekend, man, all right?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Thanks, you too, bud.
I just got to... We might be on the opposite side of Lambeau Field.
Well, you have legs, right?
I don't know.
You can use them. Hey, parents.
I don't like using my legs.
I don't say parents. This is an outlier. Yeah. Like, parents need to be better. I think it's just I think it's an outlier. How about... Maybe this guy's just doing something everyone's thought about at one time. Yeah. Man, I would love to trip that kid right now. And he's like, I got it.
Yeah.
I got you.
On it.
All right, Oshkosh, Appleton, Rice Lake, we love you guys. Everyone else will continue on. Scoreboards and set lists next.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, Packers running back Josh Jacobs has been charged with a pair of misdemeanors stemming from an incident that led to his arrest in May. The Brown County District Attorney's Office filed charges yesterday of battery and criminal damage to property against the 28-year-old. He is due in court November 17th. Now, he was initially arrested on 5 charges, including felony strangulation. The NFL says it's continuing to monitor the situation. Meanwhile, the team added a new tight end to their roster, Jonnu Smith, after spending last year with Pittsburgh, catching 38 passes and a couple of touchdowns. He was a Pro Bowler with Miami a year before. The Packers will now face off against the Arizona Cardinals tonight at Lambeau Field for their final preseason game. Turning to the Badgers, speaking of Lambeau, they're just 9 days away from taking on Notre Dame on September 6th.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
That's another series win for the Milwaukee Brewers as they would take down the Mets last night 8-2. Starting pitcher Jacob Mizorowski would pick up the win. He went 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs while striking out 6. And offensively, it would be a night for Jackson Cheerio. He went 4 for 5 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, while Andrew Vaughn, Gary Sanchez, William Contreras, and Cooper Pratt each had an RBI. The Brewers now sit 83-51 on the year. They're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers for the best record in the big leagues and 7 games above the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. The crew now comes home and will take on the Rangers tonight at American Family Field for a 6:40 first pitch. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Happy Friday. Let's just Scoreboards and set list. Mike from Joey Song in the house. Good morning, Mike.
Ebo.
All right, let's obviously the news breaking with Josh Jacobs. Now, there's late May is when the Packers running back was arrested, spent the night in jail. There was 5 counts. The strongest, the worst was felony strangulation, and then nothing happened for
quiet.
It was all quiet on the Western Front. You didn't hear anything.
Yep.
And Josh Jacobs wasn't speaking to the media. There was an injury, maybe a little wink-wink, while you can also speak to the media.
Yeah.
And then you get the news dropping that indeed there are files, or there is filing some charges here, Brown County, and it's misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property.
Jeez.
So my question now is, I think everyone's question: what do you do?
Right.
What do you do?
Right.
I think you move on.
Yeah. You know, like at a university, somebody gets a certain chair. Well, like you're the professor, whatever. I believe Josh Jacobs is on the Mossy Cade chair. For those of you of a certain age, Mossy had some problems with the law as well.
Yeah.
So it didn't turn out well. I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, I don't.
He came with this reputation as being a really good guy.
I know, great guy. Yeah.
That's the. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out what to do. Somebody told me a long time ago, you got to learn to cheer for the laundry, not for the people in the laundry, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to find out that I don't know how to play that one.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it either. I just think, with how we are in society, and you got everyone's trying to win PR battles. If you're a business, which at the end of the day, the Packers are a business.
Yep.
You want to be, winning PR battles.
Yeah, right. As much as football games sometimes, and it's important. You got to set standards, and you got to say who we are and why we are, and yeah.
Yep. So I think. Again, innocent until proven guilty, obviously, but that even you see it all the time in sports or a bunch of places. Just because the law says innocent until proven guilty doesn't mean that you don't have repercussions at your job.
Well, and that just says that it's there's a high standard, as there should be, to prove true guilt as far as getting punishment, but that doesn't mean stuff didn't happen. And it's, I don't know. You think after whatever it's been, three months, that if there really was no fire where there's smoke, that it would have been cleared up. But obviously, they spent the Packers and his attorney spent some time figuring out how this plays. It's just we don't need it.
A little of here's the criminal complaint, and again, scoreboard and set list on the scoreboard side of things. Criminal complaint: a woman identified as Jacob's girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacob's phone, saw that he was talking to other women. She became upset through his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone and told him to call a car to bring her to Chicago. When she tried to retrieve her phone, according to the complaint, Jacobs did not return it, grabbed her arm, and began a physical struggle that lasted several minutes. Let's see. The woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage when he, quote, grabbed her and threw her to the ground and struck her head, suffering an injury. And then, obviously, they had a lump on her head, some redness around the neck. And let's see here. She also said Jacobs did not return one of her phones and damaged the other. The report said there was surveillance footage from the camera system within the garage, but not inside the house. And I also heard that Jacobs deleted all of the video. But they have, you've seen all the forensic shows and CSI. The digital footprint that everyone leaves, you could they got that right back. Jacobs caught on flock cameras and also his own, I would assume, ring or something equivalent.
Yeah.
Of now being pieced back together.
Yeah.
Mike, would you like to take a phone call quick?
Sure.
I think we have.
Is it Josh?
No, it's not. He's not speaking to anybody.
Okay.
Mickey?
Hey.
Mickey.
Good morning.
Mickey, I got to apologize. Yesterday, I was zoning out so hard, and I missed most of your story, so I apologize for that.
What story?
About your sister.
Oh, I zoned out too. I didn't even remember that I called.
Mickey, good morning. Josh Jacobs, we calling in?
Hey, we're on the same wavelength, Evo. Like I get you. It's If Josh Jacobs did everything he said he did, and it sounds like it did, he belongs in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's one side of it. But on the other hand, why are all these famous people still using Ring cameras and stuff? Don't they have like local camera systems that can be encrypted and stay within the network so it's not going off-site somewhere else? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I would do that for my own house. I don't have cameras inside my house because that's crazy. But I would do that for my own house if I was going to do it. Because F the government. They seem to think they can do whatever they want with your lives.
This stems even more, like, obviously, what he did was wrong if guilty. But this stems what if something were to happen in your life that you weren't doing something wrong,
right?
And they're going in and piecing together cameras that you own to do something against you,
right?
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a violation of your Fourth and Fifth Amendment. You have the right to not incriminate yourself, and you have the right to protect from illegal search.
I read a book about this once. It's called 1984. You ever read it?
I think we're just living in it now.
In fact, I own it. I've read it multiple times.
Well, the other side of this, too, is the audio stuff. They don't talk about that, right? We've all got Alexas and all that around that hears all you need to do is say the word, honey, I'm thinking about getting a hedge trimmer. And 7 seconds later, you're getting ads for hedge trimmers. So,
it's crazy.
We've all kind of let it in. This device we carry around in our pockets, always listening. So
I'm getting a new one today, by the way.
Well, congratulations!
I'm going from an iPhone 12 to a 17 Pro. Look at that,
dude! Upgrade.
Uncle Sam, Big Brother's like, you're welcome.
Great. Now we'll get better clarity on everything we're listening to. But that's part of it too. It's that assumption of privacy that we all grew up with and believe in. It's gone, and the minute you decide you want something other than a small flip phone, you're setting yourself up for it too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's technology out there that can protect you from that, but it takes so much work. It's not user friendly. You need to know how to code at least a little bit, set things up. There's a lot of people who can do it, but it's not intuitive. So that makes it
and again, it's the opposite of that assumption of privacy. You have to proactively protect it as opposed to that being the status quo, right?
Well, you need to understand what kind of encryption you have, because WhatsApp will say, we have end-to-end encryption, but here's Meta in every one of your chats.
Yeah,
sure.
It's wild, man. It is crazy.
$18 billion later, Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, I mean, just look after, what was it, after the Patriot Act, it was now government could legally spy on every single American.
Right.
So.
Right.
No, they can't. They can't. It's still in the Constitution. The government is illegally spying on us.
Yeah.
But I actually called about the Brewers.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Tinfoil Radio. Yes.
Hey, what are we without our tinfoils?
Yeah, what's on the Brewers? And then Mike and I got a cool thing about Beatles and Bob Dylan.
Oh, cool. All B's, alliteration.
Yeah.
So the Brewers are doing incredible things, as you all clearly know, but I read a very interesting statistics analysis of what they do. God, I love baseball. It's for the nerds. So the Brewers whiff very less. They have changed when they're hitting the ball. So they're not pulling as much as any of the other teams. So that's why they're getting so many hits, even though they're not hitting as many homers. I think from the White Sox of 1950s or something that have last done something like this. But what's interesting is they're actually waiting till when they start hitting, the ball is like 29 inches away from the plate, where everyone else is hitting it like 36 inches.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference, which makes it indefensible for small ball. That's one thing. I know it sounds.
It's just funny to me because I think of as being a kid and playing baseball, and all I think of is like just make contact.
Right. Yeah.
Just make contact. Yeah. But if you play even slightly competitively, they say, wait.
Yeah.
Wait to swing. Watch the ball. Put your head down. Wait to swing. Follow through. That's the timing. That's the difference between if you're in the majors or not. And in the majors too, you have tiers of good players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. So they're not hitting as many homers. Again, we know this because they're scoring like 6 runs in one inning without homers. But they are the 4th best in baseball and like 5th best in 20 seasons or something crazy like that across baseball at hitting homers with runners in scoring position.
Oh.
So it's not just that. It's when they're hitting home runs that makes them so incredible.
So patience, you're stressing. Wait, patience.
Yeah. So last season we saw some of that. This season, the analytics and this is why Cooper Pratt got benched.
Mm-hmm.
So because he wasn't following the program of how to hit, when to hit. So that aside, I'm very curious to see if they make a complete adjustment for the postseason, and that's going to be hard because they have to change their timing to do that, and that's why they struggled last season.
Interesting.
Because the team that hits the most homers 80% of the time, they win it all.
Makes sense to me. Mickey, can I leave you with something that if I were a baseball player and I was asked a question that was very in depth from you, and you love the nerdery that you get all this information from, which we love too. We're still waiting to get you an over the line pocket protector. But if someone were to ask me a question about how I did something, can I play something for you to how I would answer?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here's Chris Sale last night after
11K.
Oh, after the complete game shutout.
This is what I would say if someone would ask me, like instead of busting it down the numbers.
Oh wait, can I
Yeah.
Can I preempt you on what he said?
Yeah.
He said, "How did you throw a 100-mile-per-hour pitch?" And he said, "With my arm."
You threw a pitch over 100 miles per hour for the first time in 8 years. How? With my arm.
That's what I would say. How'd you do it? With my arm.
Yeah.
Mickey, you're a treasure in a tree.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Much love,
Well,
Mickey.
thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
You too, Mickey.
Bye.
Yeah, with my arm. Well, here's what the Miz inspired him. Jacob Mizorowski, because Miz outdueled him when the Brewers played. Sale and Miz. And then Miz had said, "Yeah, I'm excited to go against one of my childhood icons." And the old man's like, "I'm touching 100 again, man."
Well done.
All right, so there's the scoreboard sign of thing, and thank you, Mickey. And then we also, Mike, you and I can roll with any punches.
Anything that comes along, man.
Even a shout out to the Patriot Act coming up. But Mike, set this for me, man. It's there was also a thing called the war on drugs. I think drugs may have won the war.
Yep.
But for the set list type of things, you had mentioned a couple of things to me, and prime it, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll get into it.
Yep. So the Beatles and Dylan were contemporaries for the most part, and Bob Dylan was a little bit ahead of the Beatles as far as pharmaceutical use. And there's a classic story that happened on this day in, 66, I think it is, 67, I don't have it in front of me, where they met, and hijinks occurred.
Okay. And maybe this could be controversial, I'm not sure. I do prefer the Guns N' Roses version of this song.
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
Hey.
Both are great.
Yeah.
Axl's voice, have you heard it lately?
No. Yes, I have. Only when I'm being punished.
So we'll do the original then, Bob Dylan.
Thank you.
All right, scoreboards and set lists. We'll come right back. Stick around.
Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Picture yourself at the Sylvie for 2 nights.
Oh, no.
For the Freezing Man concerts when our guy Mike is there.
Wow. Yeah. That's
for
really,
Joey's song.
You should do this for a living. You're very good at this.
Listen, I
That's
love Weird Al. So it's Mike, tell everyone about Joey's song.
Joey's song, 2 nights at the Sylvie, January 8 and 9, with a bunch of Rock and Roll Hall of Famers and Grammy winners, Cheap Trick, and I'm blanking on everybody else. Tears for Fears, Go-Go's, Bangles, Goo Goo Dolls. Everybody comes to Madison. We raise money to fight epilepsy and raise money for epilepsy research. And it's a night of jams and one-off performances. And if you're not there, you're going to hear about it the next day at the water cooler and feel really stupid.
Listen, and I didn't really realize this until I had met you. And epilepsy, there's such a wide range of. I just thought like you would have seizures and that was it.
Right. No, it's a spectrum disorder, right?
Yeah.
There's a million causes and a million ways it manifests itself. That's why we talk more about treatments for epilepsy than cures, because you can get epilepsy with a knock in the head or a brain tumor and that type of stuff. So you're not going to really cure that. But what you want to do is stop the seizures in the way they manifest themselves, because they take and they ruin lives. And if you're an adult with uncontrolled seizures, you can't drive a car or all the things we take for granted. So it's a pretty insidious thing. And there's 50 million people worldwide with epilepsy. So it's not like it's, sitting in a corner somewhere. So we get all these great people that come and play these amazing songs and create a one-night only kind of concert. And they come to Madison, Wisconsin in January from their nice warm homes in L.A.
For 2 nights.
It's always pretty freaking cool.
It is really cool, man. Mike, so for the set list type of this, we looked at, you and I are thinking alike, because I was also thinking of On This Day in History and stuff, and you found just a doozy of one.
So the Beatles and Bob Dylan were kind of in separate worlds, although they were starting to influence each other, right? There's this thought that Dylan went electric because of the Beatles, and if you listen to Norwegian Wood and some of those songs that Lennon was coming out with, he's both singing and writing like Dylan. Well, so the famous meeting, which was on this day, they got together and Dylan brought out some weed, as one did in the time. And the Beatles at that point had never experienced marijuana. And the story goes, Dylan couldn't understand that because in I Want to Hold Your Hand, he says, I get high. This is what he thought they were saying. And it's, I can't hide. It's this feeling I can't hide. And so Dylan just assumed, and he offered up weed, and
that was the assumption. I never knew that. Like,
oh,
hey, you guys like getting high? Here you go.
Because he sings this feeling, I can't hide, and Dylan thought they were saying, I get high when I get this feeling with you. So he just assumed they were into it, and the Beatles were, I don't want to say starstruck, but were enough of it's Bob Dylan, so they tried it, and the doors of perception opened up.
So
after that.
They went from I Want to Hold Your Hand to smoking a little bit of reefer to then what, Rubber Soul? Was that 64 to 65?
Yep. And then,
Help was 65 too?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was, of course, that's what his son Julie.
Was that marijuana though?
No.
I think that was something else.
I'm just talking about the progression there, the progression thereof. Yeah, but it's really, when you think about it, these artists are just people, right? So they're, think about us when you're in that situation when you're younger and somebody says, "Here, try this," and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to seem uncool in front of Bob Dylan," So he and Lennon and
Could you imagine, like, you're a parent in the mid to late '60s,
right?
And your kids listening to the clean cut Beatles when they come over,
right?
And then they're like, the 60s and the Summer of Love coming up and all of that, and then all of the acid that's flowing out there, and then you're just a parent who's a product of a couple of decades before, and you're like, what happened to the clean cut Beatles? Now look at these hippies.
The worst thing was having a Brandy Manhattan at noon, as opposed to all of a sudden dropping acid and the freak out, and especially when '67 rolled around and all the Haight-Ashbury stuff was going on, and all those photos of all those hippies at Woodstock, and it's good. Yeah, things moved fast.
It's funny, you watch some of that old Woodstock footage, everyone's just sitting there.
Yeah.
They're not, it's not like you go to a concert now, it's standing room only, you're packed like, sardines in there, and everyone at Woodstock is just sitting on the grass and looking at Jimi Hendrix just rip.
Well, but you remember
they're on acid. They're like,
I was just going to say they had been there for 3 days, hadn't eaten or showered, so but it was that was how you were supposed to experience, or you're supposed to be part of it,
What happened? You brought up, Bob Dylan giving some reefer to the Beatles, which you kind of look at that music in that time frame. You have, you could get a hard time for marijuana, but you get marijuana, and then obviously you get to the psychedelics. Yeah. The music then, and then you get to the 80s, and it's just kind of like, I think cocaine's on the rise then, and the music seems a little, I don't want to say harsher, but it's a little more
you went from
synthetic.
You went from narcotics to stimulants. I don't know if I'm using the words correctly, but you went from stuff that was supposed to take you down to stuff that was going to keep you going all night at Studio 54 kind of.
But something in that 60s into the 70s, it's got to be the analog recording. It's got to be the studio work.
Yeah.
There's like freedom to move within the song, within each element of it, and now everything is just like a wall of zeros and ones.
Well, yes, and
depending, I guess.
No, I agree. It's the warmth of it too. I mean, it felt not to really go to our segment just before this, but there was that human connection, right?
Yeah.
It was not the zeros and ones. It was not computerized. It was not. You weren't. If you were recording in those days, even with overdubbing, you were all in the room. Now the guitarist can be in Brooklyn and the singer can be in LA and the producers in Brazil kind of stuff. And so there's not that creativity going on in the room together where you're looking at each other and let's try that again. You're doing your bit and you're sending it off to Bill and he's going to add the drums. And that's not a collaborative thing anymore. And I think the communal drug scene was probably a part of that too, right?
No doubt about it. I was listening to, and I've heard the song a million times, and it just came on the radio. It was Boston, More Than a Feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there in my car, and I'm thinking, how is there not any riffs like this anymore? How is there not any, where's like the energy? Where's the big, makes you feel something chorus in rock music?
Yeah, well, personally,
I'm sure it's out there, but
no. I think with something like Boston's a perfect example, right? That first record, that's one guy in his basement over 3 years. He didn't do the vocals. Brad did the vocals, but Tom Scholz, but crafting it,
perfecting the tone,
right? Getting it exactly right. And he was a technology nerd, which allowed him to do all of that overdubbing and all that other stuff. But it was still the art of. I mean, everything's. I'm just going to talk out of the other side of my mouth. Welcome to my life. But it's, now it's the collab. You do this, you do that, and you do this.
Yeah.
It's collaboration, but not together, if that makes any sense at all, right? It's like I said, it's you send stuff off and he messes with, as opposed to like you and I are doing right now. You look at each other and you take the next step, which is what that collaboration was. And that's part of it that's gone now too.
Technology is as great as it is. It's more divisive than it is a bringer together. Well, and I thought originally it would be the other way.
Right, and that's supposedly what it was, right? Imagine we all have access to the. Wow, we are really going off on a tangent here. This is freaking great.
We need to see some of that Bob Dylan weed right now,
and just sit back and turn off the studio lights and float downstream, right? Yeah, but that's part of it. It's what's changed. And you can collaborate and never leave your basement, and that's a whole different set of dynamics that are a part of it.
Yeah, truly. And so on this day today, 1964.
Yeah,
Bob Dylan said, "Hey."
Probably hadn't happened yet. But within a couple hours, the Beatles had their feeling they couldn't hide or get high, and the world kind of changed.
Well, we've had this conversation a couple times on the show. People either really for or really against. Like Beatles, yes or no?
Oh yeah.
I'm a big yay.
And anybody that's against the Beatles,
I'll play a couple. I like to play my songs in and out, and I got Pink Floyd haters.
Yeah.
Speaking of guitar tone, you got
that's it.
Beatles haters.
Yep.
And a couple of hate on the Doors.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm like, how? Am I hearing it different? Like, are you hearing it? Because
So
it's incredible.
here's my take. First of all, I was on a podcast last week and they asked me about Pink Floyd, and I said exactly that. I said I can take Pink Floyd, but that guitar tone,
it just rips right
frickin'
through.
David Gilmour guy was unbelievable. You have to appreciate music for what it is, not what you want it to be. And I don't want to get all wrapped around my axle on this, right? But it's like, I'm never going to sit down and put on a full Doors record, but there are times when L.A. Woman that comes on and I crank
Turn it up.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's it. You have the stuff where you could listen to it for an hour, and you have the stuff where 6.5 minutes is more than enough.
Yeah.
But that you're not taking the time to appreciate the art. I mean, there's some stuff that's just garbage.
Of course.
But that stuff usually doesn't make it into the public consciousness, right? So I don't, I think it's more about preference. People that are like break out in a rash when Pink Floyd comes on or when the Doors come on, then you're not working hard enough at it.
Mike, great topic for the On This Day in History. I would love to be a fly on the wall to see Bob Dylan offer
the
Beatles with their English bowl cuts and their
like, what do we do? Where do we put it? Rub it into our belly. What do we do with this?
It's always crazy to me. 8 years together?
Yeah, and from start to finish, from the first record to I'm Leaving. Yeah,
it's wild.
The progression's unbelievable. Nothing like it. Yeah.
Was Paul dead?
That's that Chris Farley dead, right? Stupid.
Well, Mike, scoreboards and set lists. Another awesome stuff as always, my man.
Yep.
And again, Joey Song, joeysong.org.
Joeysong.org and Joey Song. Remember the 2 S's in the middle on all the socials. You'll be kept up to date. Tickets and everything going on sale in a couple weeks, so you're going to want to get them.
I'll leave you with this. There is still a chance that the Cubs could win the division. I know you're a Cubs guy.
We don't need to. Just got to make the tournament.
We covered this before.
I know. I'm telling you.
The guitar tone in here?
Yeah.
3 years of perfecting?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
All right, there he goes. Mike, Joey Song, scoreboards and set lists. We'll come right back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
This is Over the Line.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Well. Welcome back in. 608-321-1670 if you want to get involved. Josh Jacobs. Oof. What do you do? Got to move on? Josh Jacobs. Misdemeanor battery, misdemeanor criminal damage to property. Lesser than the 5. One of them initially was charged with the worst felony strangulation, but now just down to 2 misdemeanors. Both are Class A misdemeanors, is subject to fine of not more than $10,000 or not more than 9 months in prison, or both if convicted. I think I read it could be up to 18 months, yeah. That math adds up. Damn. So, Jacobs is subject to suspension by the NFL, conducting its own investigation. The Packers also said, hey, we're aware, and we will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we do, blah, 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 blah. So Josh Jacobs, man. Marshawn Lloyd, your number 1. Marshawn Lloyd, RB1. And I've been liking what he's saying and been doing so far in practice and training camp. 608-321-1670, though. Line 1, good morning.
Kyrie Kumase.
Oh, top of Toma Hill to you, Eric on I-90. I knew you'd come through. I knew you'd come through.
I didn't know if I'd make it, but
I knew you could.
I like to call when I'm on I-90. I really do. and I'm just coming off of it right now, so that counts.
Yep.
As long as the phone call's in, it's like it's post-stamped on I-90.
Yep, exactly.
Right, post-dated.
Yep.
So, postage date, whatever they call that. What do they call that?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If I was Josh Jacobs' attorney, I would fight this tooth and nail. At least, probably not from a violation of the law or municipal, but as far as suspension goes, I would fight it tooth and nail. And I'd call this, what's his name from San Francisco, the general manager of the Stan, what's his name?
The owner? Jed York?
Yeah. He's not the owner.
Yeah.
He's not the owner of the Packers.
Oh.
Are we talking about the same guy?
You talking about
Josh
Jed York?
Jacobs?
You're talking about Josh
No.
Jacobs?
I'm talking about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I thought you said call the Niners guy.
Yeah, wasn't his dad part of the Niners organization? Something like that. It's the guy who's the president. President of the Packers.
Ed Paul. Sorry, I thought you were talking because Jed York is in some legality issues now with having trying to meet up with a lady of the double wide. And I thought, sorry, yes, Ed Policy's dad, Carmen Policy, yes, with the Niners. Sorry about that.
Right. I'd call him to the stand, and I would say, I don't believe my client, Mr. Josh Jacobs here, should be held to a higher standard than the ownership group. And I'm going to say, do you think any Green Bay Packer owners have been arrested for misdemeanor, the destruction of property, misdemeanor battery? And I'd bring out a list of all you owners, and I'd just roll it out on the floor. And I'd say, look at the ownership group of the Green Bay Packers. These guys are misdemeanors as far as the eye can see. So I should be fine.
So what you're saying as a Vikings fan, Eric, you want to throw every single Packers owner, air their dirty laundry, and say, "Hey, look, you just want to make the owners of the Green Bay Packers look bad." Is what you're saying?
They're not going to look bad. Everybody knows what everybody's doing, right? And it's not going to be a secret. You know?
That's funny.
Like, come on.
Could you imagine the amount of DUIs they'd have to pull out of Packers owners?
Oh, yeah. Transport of an illegal substance over state borders. They'd get a bunch of guys up by Michigan on that one. There'd be, there'd be all kinds of stuff on there. So, drunken disorderlies. And I would say I'm not held to any higher standards than the rest of the ownership group. And you'd win.
You're thinking at a different angle there, Eric.
I'm trying to take a different angle on this, which I always try to do.
You're always really good at it as well. You've been on a run of great phone calls lately.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
I love it, Eric.
And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. So I don't have a whole lot today. I think it's the last preseason game, which is.
Yeah, you got your Vikings taking on the Broncos tonight at 8. Packers take on the Cardinals.
Right? Right? It's LaFleur against LaFleur.
Melton versus Melton.
We got Melton on Melton, LaFleur on LaFleur, violence and crime tonight. And you're not going to find a couple more. I mean, if this was a fight, it'd be pretty milquetoast, I think. I think they'd be like a couple cats scratching each other. So,
yeah, but we'll watch anyways,
We're gonna watch. So, you guys have a great
you too,
weekend.
Eric. Much love,
then,
man.
Hopefully next weekend we can have as good a week as we did this week.
Yeah.
And
every day's a gift, All right, Eric. Top of Toma Hill to you, brother. You have a great weekend.
Top of Toma Hill. Have a great weekend,
you too.
bud.
See you, bud. Line 4. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Hey, somebody who's been in law enforcement for over 28 years, retired now.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why people are making this in such a big deal.
Tell me more.
I'm not minimizing what he did. We don't know what he did, but I'm just trying to figure out, it went from a felony down to this.
Yeah.
I wonder what her behavior was, really. And I'm not blaming her as the victim. Trust me, I'm not blaming her. But what I'm saying is that it got moved down to a misdemeanor, which is a nothing charge. Do you know that less than 0.1% of all misdemeanor charges ever go to trial? This is going to be pled out. It'll be a fine. And it may have been more mutual because he's more dominating. He's the man. He has to be charged by state law.
Yeah, I'm wondering here, just because, like you said, it moved down from like felony strangulation was the worst one, and now it's just 2 misdemeanors. And I'm wondering if the Packers even, like, the NFL will suspend him. I don't think the Packers will cut him. I think it's going to be, I don't know.
Well, this is his last year of the contract.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll renew.
No.
So.
And then also, like, businesses, at the end of the day, the Packers' business, you have to win the I think it's just the PR side of things. That's the one where, because you don't want bad publicity when it comes to something like this, but right. I think they'll suspend him and weather the storm, and then you'd see him later on in the season.
If you look at these misdemeanors that are charged, or even a criminal complaint, they never are substantiated in any penalty whatsoever. It'll be a fine. First offenders, nothing.
Yeah. Community
service. It's really a nothing charge. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about all the legality of it, but you said what? Law enforcement for 20 plus years? Did you say?
28 years.
Yeah,
I've charged. You know how many times you charge a disorderly conduct charge? It's a nothing charge.
Yeah.
It gets pled down to a county ordinance, which is the same thing as a ticket.
Really? I don't know. I don't know all the legality behind it all. That's very interesting. Well, thanks for the info, man. I appreciate that.
I think saying there's any jail time, I mean, we look at state statutes. We know that people don't go to jail.
No, yeah. Well, you see that in the articles all the time. Like, they always say, like, they give the most what the biggest sentence could be, and that's what they lead with to grab the attention.
And that's BS. Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
It's all about the clicks, my brother.
People.
Hey, you have a great weekend, all right, man?
Yeah, bye.
That's it. All right, 608-321-1670. Something in me says the Packers aren't going to move on from Jacobs. I know a lot of people have been calling in and say you got to. I don't know. The Packers, Brian Gutekunst was talking about it on Wednesday. They have a plan in place. And they were talking, he was asked about keeping an extra running back. So Goody talked about it on Wednesday, and it sounded like kind of knew some things. So then you get the information yesterday. So Pierre Strong Jr., who had a good game against in the last preseason game, Pierre Strong Jr. gets the Cardinals tonight. We'll see. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Victim blaming.
Eric, you're back.
That guy just brought something up that's interesting because and I'm not victim blaming here, okay? But if this girlfriend of his played in the WNBA, I think you can make a case that she assaulted him. All you have to do is watch a game. These girls just knock the crap out of each other. And I could say that he's probably just defending himself. Did she play for the WNBA?
No. No.
Okay. Well, that's... Yeah. I'm just saying.
Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
All right, 608-321-1670. Man. All right, we'll take a little break here. Thanks for the law enforcement. So I've never really been in trouble with Johnny Law. So I don't gotten 2 warnings. One for not having a front license plate, the other for going 78 into 70. My only brush of the law. All right, we'll come right back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
This is Over the Line.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. Jacob Mizorowski, the Mizzler, accomplished something not done in Major League Baseball since 1985. He became the first pitcher since Doc Gooden to start a season with 25 straight starts, allowing 3 earned runs or less in each. And he's only the 7th pitcher to ever have a streak that long. The Mizzler, the Milwaukee Mizzle, delivering his payload. Let's see here. Brewers also making some history last night. Well, Miz always seems to do that. This is pretty much Miz related. Jackson Cheerio, by the way, a great game. Let's see. Your Milwaukee Brewers. Where'd that go? When it comes to whatever, they're making history. I'll find it in a second. But Jackson Cheerio, 4 for 5, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, and you had RBIs from Andrew Vaughn, Gary Sanchez, William Contreras, and Cooper Pratt, who earlier this week, benched by Pat Murphy and now responding in a big way. He is embodying Johnny Hustle, feeling it and feeling good. All right, 608-321-1670. They'll have the Rangers at home tonight at American Family Field. Brewers 3 games over the Dodgers for best record in the majors, and also you have 7 games above the Chicago Cubs. I saw this, and I'm curious. I know one of our great listeners is going. It is country music night country music night. Cole Swindell will be performing. I'll be honest, I don't really know who that is. I know some people are excited about that. But what I'm more keen on here is what the giveaway is tonight. The theme, you get, I'll just read you a little blurb here. Roll your windows down, blast your favorite country hits, and head to country music night at American Family Field. Fans who purchase a special theme night ticket will get a one-of-a-kind Brewers belt buckle. Perfect for channeling your favorite country music legends. So there you go. Milwaukee Brewers, a belt buckle. It's kind of cool. It's silver. It says Milwaukee on the top of it, Brewers on the bottom, the ball and glove logo in the middle. And then behind the Milwaukee and the Brewers and the ball and glove is American Family Field. Then a skyline of the city of Milwaukee behind that's a brick outline. It's kind of cool. I just want to know, how big is it? Is there such thing as too big for having a belt buckle? Can you have too big of a belt buckle? I think you could have too small of one, but can you have too big of one? Or is it's not the size of the belt buckle, it's how you wear it, if it's too small. Questions I have. If you're going, let me know. Mike in Portage, I think, said he's going. I know how big that belt buckle is. And I saw our guy Bill Michaels tweet this out last night. I don't know, Bill, we can't be putting this negative stuff out here. To lose the division for the Brewers, they'd have to play 500 ball, go 14-14, while the Cubs would have to go 22-6 with a 7-game lead. Milwaukee. Oh, then Bill says Milwaukee has another NL Central almost in the bag. Oh, it's in the bag, Billy. It's in the bag. I don't know. Don't put that negative juju out there. Big. Eventually, they'll have taking on the Cubs again. All right, 608-321-1670. If you're feeling good on the Brewers, Sal Frelick, Summer of Sal. He's back, and he's talking about how he missed the boys. Mr. Excitable. Wasted no time in making his return count. He was talking to the media a little bit. Take a listen to our guy, Sal.
Sal Frelick. And Sal, you were activated from the IL Tuesday and back in the lineup on Wednesday. You led off the game with a base hit. You picked up an RBI in the second. Whew.
Keep in mind, this is the most excitable guy ever to interview.
Just right from the jump.
Yeah, I mean, that was just I've been itching for the past month to get back with the boys, and that was my first real time on the IL, and I was just, I couldn't wait to get back with them, so definitely felt good.
Dude, you've been dealing with this darn shoulder injury, pretty much most of the season, torn labrum, I believe, and then now you come back, you get your 3 knocks. But dealing with injuries and stuff, like, you were a stud in high school football, the whole shit.
All right, I got to pause this. I cannot stand the background music of that. Sal, the most excitable guy you'll ever interview. I wanted to get to some of that, but the background music is just too much. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
Hey, Ebo, it's the pipeline to the north here.
Troy, what's up, brother? What's going on?
Not much. I've been doing some reading and listening, and I hate to be negative on this, but we got some Brewer fans that are just, they just talk silly. You can fill it in any way you want, but people are kind of. I told Grant this a couple weeks ago. People who are calling in saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter what the Brewers do because they get to the Dodgers and they're gonna lose like they've always done." And I really tried to talk some common sense to them. I said, you know what? This current Brewer roster is probably not a World Series roster. They didn't make enough moves throughout the year because of budget constraints or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just not. But I, for one, am enjoying the season and the battle between them and the Dodgers and the Cubs and the Braves to see who can get the number one amount of wins is just fun.
It is really
fun. And once you get to the playoffs or the wild card or whatever they have, anything goes.
Yep.
And you know what? The other teams, the other 5 teams that are going to be in it, they're thinking the same thing. Hey, anything can go. The Philadelphia Phillies are a super dangerous team now that nobody's going to want to play come the first round of the playoffs. You just never know. So it's hard to talk some sense to certain people when they just say
they just want to be angry.
Again.
Yeah, they just want to be mad. They just want to be mad.
So I'm enjoying it, and I guess I'm calling to try to tell some people just enjoy it. We
enjoy
got
the summer of fun.
8 games left. Enjoy it, and then whatever happens, if they lay an egg, they lay an egg. If they win it all, they win it all.
That's right. Troy, I got to hit this. I got to hit a break in 15 seconds.
Talk to you later.
Love you, Troy. Much love, brother.
All right, see you later.
All right, WKTY, love you guys. See you, Troy. Thank you. I just have to. It goes to break without me even doing anything. It's a hard out. We'll come right back.
With the sea I did abide, I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, Packers running back Josh Jacobs has been charged with a pair of misdemeanors stemming from an incident that led to his arrest in May. The Brown County District Attorney's Office filed charges yesterday of battery and criminal damage to property against the 28-year-old. He is due in court November 17th. Now, he was initially arrested on 5 charges, including felony strangulation. The NFL says it's continuing to monitor the situation. Meanwhile, the team added a new tight end to their roster, Jonnu Smith, after spending last year with Pittsburgh, catching 38 passes and a couple of touchdowns. He was a Pro Bowler with Miami a year before. The Packers will now face off against the Arizona Cardinals tonight at Lambeau Field for their final preseason game. Turning to the Badgers, speaking of Lambeau, they're just 9 days away from taking on Notre Dame on September 6th.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
That's another series win for the Milwaukee Brewers as they would take down the Mets last night 8-2. Starting pitcher Jacob Mizorowski would pick up the win. He went 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs while striking out 6. And offensively, it would be a night for Jackson Cheerio. He went 4 for 5 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, while Andrew Vaughn, Gary Sanchez, William Contreras, and Cooper Pratt each had an RBI. The Brewers now sit 83-51 on the year. They're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers for the best record in the big leagues and 7 games above the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. The Crew now comes home and will take on the Raiders tonight at American Family Field for a 6:40 first pitch. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Okay, what's going on around here? So, we'll get back to the Packers. Marshawn Lloyd looking like there's a potential he's going to be your running back, RB1, coming up here for the season. Really quick, though. I know in the Portage area there was that kangaroo exchange gone wrong, and 2 of the kangaroos, 4 of them escaped, and 2 of them were unfortunately hit by cars, RIP. 1 was captured, and last I heard, the other one is still on the loose. So there's a kangaroo hopping around somewhere, I think. Unless they got it in the greater Portage area. I just saw this. And this is in Indiana. 2 lions are reportedly on the loose in Indiana, with authorities, quote, unsure of where the lions even came from. Is Joe Exotic? Is he out of prison? Is he in Indiana? Is he in Indiana having another tiger sanctuary? A little petting zoo? A little mauling zoo? 2 lions reportedly on the loose in Indiana, with authorities unsure of where the lions even came from. Again, back to the kangaroo thing here. I'm from Dodgeville. I think it was 2005. A kangaroo was loose in Dodgeville, and no one knew where that came from. Did they ever figure that out? They got the kangaroo, but did they ever figure out where the kangaroo came from? I don't know. All right, 608-321-1670. So Josh Jacobs, again, more will be revealed, obviously. Just getting the misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property. This comes 3 months after he was arrested following an alleged domestic violence incident at his home, obviously in Green Bay area. Both Class A misdemeanors. Per the criminal complaint, a woman identified as Jacobs' girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacobs' phone, saw that he was talking to other women. She became upset and threw his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone, and then told him, hey, call a car to bring her to Chicago. She told, let's see here, when she tried to retrieve her phone, according to the complaint, Jacobs did not return it. He grabbed her arm and began a physical struggle that lasted several minutes. Later, the complaint said the woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage when he, quote, grabbed her and threw her to the ground, struck her head, suffering an injury. The report says a police officer observed redness to her face and neck and was able to feel that she had a bump on the back of her head. She described that she was in pain as a result of the injuries. She also said Jacobs did not return one of her phones and it damaged the other. There is surveillance footage from the camera system within the garage, but not inside the house. I've also heard that Jacobs deleted all of the footage, but they were able to gather it again. The digital footprint runs deep. And then Jacobs is subject to a suspension by the NFL, obviously. Adam Schefter has been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, which is conducting its own investigation. It's up to the NFL to decide whether to suspend Jacobs to start the season or wait until the legal process is completed. Packers said they're aware of the files charged against them. Now, I think they were aware, obviously, before the news broke. Brian Gutekunst was talking on Wednesday of how they have here, take a listen.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident we can sustain it. That doesn't mean we wouldn't do that. Yeah, we'll deal with that when that comes. But we've obviously been preparing for that in case that happens. But at the same time, I feel really good about the guys we got in that room, and I think we could survive that.
I mean, you might have to keep an extra, though. Then you might worry.
I think, again, we'll deal with that if that transpires, but we could. You're always usually going to keep 3 or 4 running backs, and I think we have enough to do that. But, again, it comes down to choices and trying to figure that out. And the one thing I think, particularly at that position, is elevating a guy from the practice squad is I won't say it's easy to do, but it's something we've done in the past and not something we would shy away from.
Brian Gutekunst there Wednesday. He likes the room that they have. And a GM's always going to say that. Those are his guys. Marshawn Lloyd averaged more than 12.3 carries. 12.3 carries per game during his 3 collegiate seasons. He never ran for more than 820 yards in a college season. Now he's looking like he could be your running back 1. So if Jacobs is suspended before the Packers start against the Vikings week 1, I would imagine, right now, Marshawn Lloyd is your number 1. Could he handle it? Can he handle it? Well, let's take a look at the history a bit here. Lloyd was at South Carolina during his freshman season in 2021. He averaged a team-high 12.3 carries a game. He led the Gamecocks with 573 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns. Lloyd then transferred to USC for his junior season in 2023, split time with Austin Jones, who later was in the Washington Commanders camp. Lloyd, a more dynamic back, but the USC coaches also found him more effective with a lighter workload. He finished the 2023 season averaging 10.5 carries per game, averaged 7.1 yards a rush. Again, this is college. Let's see. Lloyd played just 1 game and 10 snaps his rookie season due to hamstring and ankle injuries. He also had appendicitis. Then in 2025, Lloyd never got started, spending the entire season on the injured reserve list with a hamstring injury. He did go to Dr. Meyer of the Meyer Institute of Sport to get his hamstrings right. And the result so far has been encouraging. Productive training camp. Lloyd said he feels great.
So yeah, I feel like myself. I'm really happy. Marshawn Lloyd, I have some audio from him saying he's just a baller. I'll get to that momentarily. 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you,
Mississippi
Eagle?
Drew. I'm
Happy Friday.
TGIF, man. Freaky Friday.
Yep. You got it.
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Good. I'm giving Marshawn Lloyd a nickname.
Okay.
Because he didn't like his. Remember
The
one he was
Yeet
getting?
Cannon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a nickname. The Plan.
The Plan.
That's his nickname. Yep. That's his nickname. Because he is the plan. Like, I don't foresee, like, I can't think of a team with a decent running back that's not a decent team that wants to get rid of their running back. I can't think of that team. So.
The Plan.
Yeah, but, you know, who knows? Who knows? If he stays healthy, who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
It's impossible to say. People say he's bursty, right?
Mm-hmm.
People say he's got decent hands, right? Like, so who knows? Who knows how Matt LaFleur, and that's one thing Matt LaFleur can do, is scheme pretty well if he has time. So.
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
We'll see.
Did you just compliment Matt LaFleur?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I called him a good coordinator before. I've complimented him before. It's not like he's a total moron or anything. He's just not a good head coach.
He's just not a leader of men.
Yeah, I would say that. Yep. And he's just got some stuff to learn that I think the trouble with him is I think he knows what he needs to learn, but he doesn't want to learn it. So because he thinks he's right. So it will be what it will be with him, and we'll see. We'll see. I already predict. I say no team that ever has him as a head coach. Now that's not any other kind of coach, but as a head coach, he's never going to win the Super Bowl as a head coach. He'll never do it.
Give me something positive.
Going back.
Give me something.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Marshall.
Positive? Uh-oh.
No, you're going to say something going back to what? Please.
The scoreboards and set list conversation about music and what's happened to rock and how come it's fallen off and everything. The industry itself stopped pushing rock and started pushing rap, and that has several reasons. Some of them are, and people are going to be like, "Oh, what an idiot!" But some of them are CIA related, but all of them are mind control and crowd control related. And you'd think that that's inverse. You'd think that that was wrong because it's actually pushing civil disobedience and stuff, but that's what they want. That's how they hold you down. Anyway.
You should have called. You should have called in at 8:10 today.
What's that?
So you should have called in at like 8:10 today, 8:15 when we were talking like this.
Yeah. Oh, with him, I don't think I could keep up to you guys, but
no, you're great. You're great, Drew. Yeah.
But yeah, and not only that, but I was thinking about the benefits of that long term too. It's like, because rock stars and country music stars and stuff, like as they grow up, like they're like deeper thinkers. Like they push mind expansion, yes, especially when they're young, but they are always looking, and they're thoughtful people, and they sing about what they're discovering. You don't get any of that from rap. Like it's all, instead of mind expansion, it's mind narrowing drugs. It's man-made crap. Like it's all.
So I take it you're not a fan of the Carter 2 like I am, Lil Wayne.
Well, no, that's just it. Like I love me some rap, but you can't take it to heart. You just can't take it to heart. You got to take it as like a silly thing that.
Yeah, just like if back in the day you're listening to Winger, she's only 17. You can't take that to heart either. You're like, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Well,
that's all I got.
All right, brother.
All right.
Hey, you're a treasure and a treat. See you, Drew.
You are as well. Have a great weekend.
You too.
To everybody.
Yep.
Later.
There he goes, Mississippi Drew. All right, Marshawn Lloyd, looking like your RB1. More will be revealed. He was meeting with the media. This is not too long. But he was meeting with the media, and he's talking about how he's a baller, how he's ready, how when called upon, he can do it. Here you go.
What's been the biggest adjustment coming back for you?
Honestly, just getting hit again. I mean, you gotta. I mean, this is a physical sport, so once I get able to, you get hit and you get back up, you're like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time, so it's fun to be able to do that.
And that touchdown in Denver, what did that feel like for you? And was it just like a culmination of everything coming together?
Confidence. That was a confidence boost for sure. Just being able to be in the end zone. I haven't been in the end zone since college, so it was fun. I enjoyed it. I was super excited. I was pumped. Adrenaline was rushing. It was exciting.
You talk about being a positive guy. Can you talk about that relationship you have with your mom and your sisters and about how they kept you so grounded during all of this?
Yes, they're amazing. They helped me throughout everything. I grew up in a household with a majority woman. My mom and my sisters. It's been pretty great. They've been keeping me on my toes. When something's going wrong, they help me a lot. So being able to score and then, be able to talk to them afterwards was really special.
Where have you seen the offense kind of hit their stride before week one? Because it sounds like the starters won't play on Friday.
But you said hit their stride?
Yeah, where have you guys improved the most over training camp?
Honestly, just daily. Really just daily. There's things we got to work on every day. I feel like we work pretty well together. So I think we just got to just keep things going and go from there.
How excited are you for week one?
I'm excited. This is my first real week one game, so it's a dream come true. I've always wanted to play in the NFL, and now my dream will be able to come true.
Do you
Appreciate it.
feel like yourself again?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's definitely feel like myself for sure. I think once I just got off that little hump, I was able to be out there and just have fun. You're not thinking about anything. You're just playing football. So once you get to that point where you can just play football, you're not worrying about anything. Your body's healthy. It's just a game of football.
No more mental hurdles.
Yeah, no more mental. The only thing mentally that would mess up if I mess up a play or something or miss a protection, but that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Other than that, like as far as like injury and stuff, it's out of my brain.
Yeah. Where do you think the joint practice helped you the most today?
Honestly, yeah, definitely. They brought a lot of pressure, so it's definitely good to have that. It's a big difference, seeing your team do it, but not knowing exactly, where they're going to come from or when they're going to do it is pretty cool. It was good to finally just practice against another team, but still practicing in a safe way. But it was good to honestly just be out there with them.
Jordan talked a lot about how you guys started hot but didn't finish all the way. That was a theme last year, especially with the offense. How do you make sure that doesn't translate into the regular season and seep over?
Honestly, just finish. Work together. Figure out what we need to do to be able to get that done. I don't think that will be a problem. I think we have a pretty good players on this team that could get that done. Like you said, we did start off hot. We know that personally, and then towards the end it kind of slowed down a little bit. But we just got to honestly just dig deep and just make it happen.
Is that something tangibly you can fix, or is that just the will within you guys?
Yeah, you can fix easily. It was nothing. We've been able to finish throughout this whole camp. Some days you don't, some days you do, but we just got to just make it more of a consistent thing. And I think we can do that. With the coaches we have and the players we have around this team, we can make that happen really easily.
Was there a little bit of trash talk today?
Oh yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's fun. It's football. I mean, that's what you love when a person is talking trash, and it's cool. It's nothing but we all do it. We all do it. It's part of the game. I think we enjoyed it, and I think they enjoyed it as well.
Was that typical of a real game in terms of how you talk to the other team?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Me personally, I try not to say anything. It takes a lot for me to say something, but it happens, especially in the games. There's some players that talk the whole game, and you just got to just back it up, and a lot of players do.
All right, there you go. There's Marshawn Lloyd feeling himself. He's excited. He's getting pay dirt in the end zone, ready to be called upon if needed to be RB1, and there you go. I like the cut of his jib. It's been great. Fingers crossed for health. Went to go get his hamstrings right. Did just that. And off you go. All right, 608-321-1670 if you want to get involved. We'll take a little break here. Stick around.
see what you came to see, in what you wanna be. I don't like what I see. Like the coldest winter chill, heaven beside you. Like the coldest winter chill, heaven beside you. Like the coldest winter well, heaven beside you. And you think you have it still, heaven inside you. So there's problems in your life, that's tied up. I'm not blind, I'm just see-through faded, super jaded,
Your ass is already on the line. The only question is, what are you going to do about it?
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Yeah. The Mizzler, Jacob Mizorowski, the Milwaukee Mizzle, delivering his payload.
Huh. Jacob Mizorowski maxed out at 100.9 miles per hour last night, only the second outing this season, and the fourth time in his career that he didn't touch 101. Now, Citi Field, damp, the mound, not the greatest. Mizorowski slipped and slid on a soft mound for a sixth inning, but delivered his 17th quality start. Emerged with his MLB leading ERA of 1.73. Holding the Mets to 2 runs, 2 hits, while dealing with the soft, slippery mound. Jackson Cheerio led the way. 4 runs, scored 4 RBIs, 2 homers. Dude was awesome. Cheerio talking via his translator to the media. Oop. Sorry, Metallica. Gotta pause you. Jackson Cheerio.
Jackson, in that instance, as you're in the on-deck circle as the game's beginning, are you thinking first pitch swing?
Yes.
No, la verdad que eso lo pensé yo antes de ir a batear. Ya, yo creo que desde el logado siempre tengo la mentalidad de ir ready en el primer picheo y conectar un gran
Please translate.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think even from the dugout, I'm thinking about going up
Well,
there
yeah.
and swinging at the first pitch. So, yeah, I'm always ready to swing, always ready to get it off. So, yeah, thanks to God.
I think Cheerio just could have said C.
And make good contact and put a loud swing on it.
I was just going to ask, is that any different than every other at-bat?
No.
Sí, yo creo que voy un poco más frío, por así decirlo, pero igual es importante. Me gusta siempre estar en primer bate porque sé que tengo el chance de dar el primer picheo.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different. I think it's a little bit more fluid, but I like leading off because I know
Because I like hitting the ball.
Jackson, what about just getting a day off? I know you like to play every day, but what does a
Sofía.
day off do for you?
No, la verdad que me ayuda físicamente y también el día pasado he tenido un día un poco diferente, o sea, pesado, pero nada, venimos con una mejor mentalidad, más fuerte y gracias a Dios haciendo el trabajo.
Yeah, definitely. I think, physically it helps. And, I think days leading up to it had been, maybe a little bit heavier days on me. So just it helps, get out there and refresh and go out there and play the game again.
Did it feel like it came at a good time, too, after how Tuesday's game went?
Sintió como el
Sí.
día libre era
Sí.
un buen momento después del juego del martes.
Sí, claro, la verdad.
Right there.
Ellos saben por qué hacen las cosas y yo agradecido, la verdad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
They know how to
Do
kind
it.
of control those
See.
things and monitor those things, and appreciative.
Jackson, from out on the field, what do you think when you see Mizorowski have different kinds of games? Some where he just blows everybody away, and then some where he has to kind of fight and pitch.
Del perspectiva en el terreno, ¿qué tú sientes viendo diferentes juegos de Mizorowski? Algunos juegos que tira puro plomo para todo el mundo, o diferentes
Asombroso. Asombroso.
No, la verdad que es increíble.
It's amazing.
Él sabe cómo dominar a los bateadores, él sabe que tiene una buena velocidad, pero a veces no solamente
Asombroso.
confía de eso, sino que empieza a pichar, la verdad, y eso es algo fascinante.
No, incredible. He knows he's got velocity. He knows he's got a big fastball and has the ability to, blow up by some guys. But he also has the ability to pitch and mix in the other pitches when, when the game's telling him that he needs to. So it's really just fascinating to be able to watch.
There you go, Jackson Cheerio. What a game. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Z in the D. Hola.
What's up?
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo estás? Calling up from Hayward, Wisconsin. Just at a bachelor party.
Oh, wow. Is this night 1, day 1, morning 1?
This is morning 1.
Okay, so have we hit the sauce yet?
Some have, some haven't. I haven't hit the sauce yet.
What's on
I just
the...
got done.
Yeah?
I just made some breakfast Sammys for some people.
Nice. What's on the agenda for tonight and the weekend?
We got a 2:10 tee-off for golf, followed by multiple tee-offs because we have multiple people golfing. And then we're going to go as WWE night. Tonight is the theme, so I'm going as Rey Mysterio.
Okay. That makes sense with the Snapchat you sent, yes.
Yeah, now you know why the Snapchat was there.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. 619!
Are you going to have a paternity battle?
A paternity battle?
What?
I don't know. I gotta find a lucky lady tonight if I'm gonna have a paternity battle. It's been a hot minute.
The paternity match? Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. Z and the D versus. Is anyone going as Eddie Guerrero?
No, I don't know if anyone's going as Roy. We got a Macho Man.
Nice, dude. Well, do you remember, like in the early O's, middle O's, that Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero had a custody battle? A briefcase contained the legal papers for Dominic Mysterio.
Well, R.I.P. to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to win that. He would have been a bad father. So.
In a bizarre storyline that was Dominic's biological father and threatened to take him away, forcing Rey Mysterio to fight for custody of his son. What a storyline.
Yeah. So.
Well,
outside of that, what are we talking about? The Brewers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Jackson Cheerio, big game. Have you heard about Josh Jacobs?
Have I heard about Josh Jacobs? Well, so it's kind of funny because we're hanging out with some Minnesota people up here, and one said he got felonies, and I was like, no, they're misdemeanors. Totally different story, my friend. So that's a consensus. But we have some Gopher fans that think that they're going to beat the Badgers this year. I wonder what everyone else's consensus is. We got two people that bet $500 on the Badgers to win. I bet $50 on the Badgers to win.
Okay. Really?
So, yeah.
Large and in charge. You know, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, Z.
That's true.
The bigger the cap, the bigger the pill.
I got a $100 bet with Austin with the Cubs and Brewers, so I just can't wait to get paid for that. I wonder whenever you're going to get paid for Jack Cohn or Graham Mertz, but that'll probably never happen.
That'll never happen.
That's why I don't do $500 bets. If anything, I'm going to do $499 bets.
Well, Z, you have a fun time at the bachelor party, okay?
I will. Anyone else want to say hi to Evo?
Hey. Hello.
Yeah.
Have fun, boys. Be safe, but not too safe, all right? See you, man.
Switches.
Season. Line 2, good morning.
I'm thinking back to 1954. I have a Smokey Bear. Let's see. I have my own little Smokey Bear with a hat and shovel, and I'm thinking about my mother just sitting out there in the park while I'm playing with my Smokey Bear doll, cause and Smokey was really. He was big on indoctrinating baby boomers. The conspiracy theory that that he was indoctrinating baby boomers that to not grow up to be arsonists and crazed arsonists that who belonged on Criminal Minds. So it was all part of it was all part of the conspiracy. With a ranger's hat and shovel and a pair of dungarees, you will find him in the forest, always sniffing at the breeze. People stop and pay attention when he tells them to beware, 'cause everybody knows that he's the fire prevention bear. You can take a tip from Smokey that there's nothing like a tree, 'cause they're good for kids to climb on and they're beautiful to see. You just have to, oops, lost my lyrics there for a minute. Because they're, you just have to look around you and you'll find that it's no joke to see what you've been missing if it all goes up in smoke. You can camp upon his doorstep and he'll make you feel at home. You can run and hunt and ramble anywhere you care to roam. He will let you take his honey and pretend he's not so smart. But don't you harm his trees, 'cause he's a ranger in his heart. And this is the last one. If you've ever seen a forest when a fire is running wild and you love the things within it like a mother loves her child, then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful. It's the least that you can do. Smokey the bear, prowling and a-growling and a-sniffing the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. That is how he got his name.
Pete, that is why you are Songbird of the Year, and you're a shoo-in for a repeat of it. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Oh well, that's a conspiracy. That's that's because you don't want people to know that there are UFOs.
I didn't realize there was a Smokey the Bear controversy. I just Googled it. And environmental critics note that the campaign ignored traditional indigenous controlled burn practices and knowledge systems that managed forests healthy for centuries. The U.S. Forest Service shifted their messaging, only you can prevent forest fires, to only you can prevent wildfires in 2001. Pete, I actually have a Smokey the Bear story for you. Smokey,
yes.
When I remember this vividly. Smokey the Bear came in when I was in kindergarten, and he had, this is early 90s, and we all had to draw like a picture of Smokey the Bear, and I just had the forest on fire and Smokey the Bear in front of it, and I didn't realize.
So it was
yeah?
Z and the D was wearing a costume in your classroom?
Pretty much, probably. Well, it was taller than Z, and I remember thinking that prevent was the opposite. So I'd say only you shouldn't prevent firefighters.
Well, I understand American natives are angry, and my solution to these things is that they should be financially compensated, and then that's it. I mean, they're not going to get their land back, but they could get some money from the land that was taken from them, or the treaties that weren't lived up to. But otherwise than that, don't mess with my Smokey, or Gene Autry either.
Don't mess with my Smokey, Pete. That was great.
See you later.
See you, Pete. Much love. Always a pleasure. That was awesome. Pete from Monona. Don't mess with my Smokey. My favorite Smokey was Little Smokies. The Little Smokies, the little wieners you put in a barbecue sauce, crock pot, Little Smokies. Line 2, good morning. Is this the return? Ladies and gentlemen, the return of the flusher. Wow. With that, I just got to take a break. That was Pete, well done. The flusher, the mad flusher, welcome back. Z and the D, good luck being Rey Mysterio. I hope, Z, if you're Rey Mysterio during a bachelor party, that eventually you won't have to do a custody match, a paternity match later in about a year. All right, let's take a break. We'll come right back. I don't know how you get better than that.
You got a slow groove on your mind. You want a man with a slow hand. You want a lover with an easy touch. You want somebody who will spend some time, not come and go in a heated rush. Baby, believe me, I understand. When it comes to love, you want a slow hand.
I was just fooling about. This is Over the Line on the Wisco Sports Zone.
I wasn't.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Ebo. Happy Friday.
Friday, F It Friday, Freaky Friday.
Yay.
So, La Friday.
Yep.
You have LaFleur's going at it. La Friday.
Okay.
Is Pierre Strong Jr. going to make the roster now?
He just became very important at work.
He really did.
Well, this is what's funny. You know, like throughout training camp, you've done this a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike Clemens and these Packers reporters are down there and they're telling you, oh, this guy looks great. And you're like, yeah, but does it matter?
Does it really
Does it really matter? That's what's so funny about this running back room is Pierre Strong could be worthless, meaningless, or in a span of 2 weeks, he could be the number one running back on this roster because Josh Jacobs could go to jail and Marshawn Lloyd's hamstrings could disintegrate.
Correct.
Or maybe Josh Jacobs is fine and Marshawn Lloyd's great. And Pierre Strong is selling cars in Middleton next week.
I wonder, I guess more is always going to be revealed here, but Josh Jacobs, we heard anyone saying it for anything, get rid of him and cut him. To others being like, hey, let's wait for the, obviously, legality to play out.
Mm-hmm.
But what is going to happen? Marshawn Lloyd, I would say, definitely is going to be your RB1, week 1. I would imagine.
So?
Yeah. I don't think they cut Josh Jacobs, though, or move on from him. I think he serves suspension, then comes back. Now, I'm not saying what he did is right or nothing, but I think, I don't know.
I wonder if the NFL suspends him before any criminal proceedings.
That's what I think is going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or the league puts him on the exempt list. But he's not due in court until mid-November. Typically, what happens in these situations is that gets pushed out until after the season, so it's not a conflict.
We'll see what happens here.
So does the NFL and the Packers allow him to play until then? My guess would be no, because the nightmares is what happened with Ray Rice. Is he's playing
and the video comes out.
The video comes out, or something comes out, and it's like, oh, how have you allowed this monster to continue to play football or something like that?
And
I also,
and they're misdemeanors. I don't think he'd be doing in jail time.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll just get bogged down to like a fine. And
I didn't think like a misdemeanor could mean 18 months in jail. I need to learn my
that's just
legal terms.
You have some legality happens, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's the max you get, and no one ever get the max. It's not happening. We'll see though. But yeah, we're talking about what's the drama for the Packers. Keyshawn Nixon, does he get paid? Is he being punished? And can the kicker make kicks? Now he got drama. Now we have drama. It sounded like Brian Gutekunst knew something was going to drop here when they just asked the question about Jacobs on Wednesday. I'm sure they all knew.
That was my thought. So I was asking around today, and I guess the league mandates general managers speak like weekly during training camp or something.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered if they knew something was coming, so they're like, well, let's do this early in the week. Let's not wait until Thursday or Friday just in case something drops, because they had to know.
Oh, totally.
They had to get a sense that something was coming down at some point.
And I'm sure you have people working for an organization to find out dirt and do things.
Yeah.
There's top men, secret men, digging around looking for information, Grant.
If the Green Bay Packers can't get information out of the Hobart Lawrence Police Department, then I've lost all faith in our high-level institutions.
If we can get information without...
Yeah.
If we can get information which we were privy to before it broke, then there's...
I should hope the Packers are capable. Otherwise, man, we got a lot bigger problems than can Matt LaFleur win the big one.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Now, Grant,
yes.
We obviously work at the same building here, Midwest Family Broadcasting, Madison.
We do.
The parking lot, we have a lot of spaces for not a lot of people.
We do.
I don't even know where you park. Do you park?
I park across from the station vehicles.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
I
normally
park
the only one in that row. You park way down around the bend.
I'm usually the first spot by the main doors, depending on when I get here. Sometimes Johnny Danger from our sister station 94.1 JJO is before me.
Okay.
But I'm the first spot as you're walking in. I'm the first spot. So, Grant, I just went out there because I had to get the broadcast gear for you out of my trunk.
Thank you for that, by the way.
There are, from my car, where my car is, that's one spot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 parking spaces.
In that little row?
In that one row. There's 7. And the one spot that I'm in is bigger than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I parked more to the right to leave more room, I just went out there to get the gear for you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again.
Keep in mind, there is wide open spaces.
Yeah, I park
like
next
the
to nobody.
Dixie chick.
I am wide open spaces. I am my father's son in that way. I don't park next to people.
So here, I'm gonna show this to you. Someone took it upon themselves. Here you go. There's the spaces, right?
Yeah.
Now wait till it pans to the car. You see it?
What?
See that? See that?
Do you know whose car that is?
Oh, yeah. Someone has parked me in. They are, I'd say, about 8 inches over the yellow line. It's hard for me to get into my door while there's look at all the space there is. Look at that. Look at all that wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Here, I'll play it for the stream. Grant, What goes on here? What goes on at work?
Dude.
What goes through people's minds? I can open the door, I just can't get into my car. I mean, I could squeeze in, but I've been cultivating mass.
Is this person messing with you?
No, they're just unbelievably terrible at parking. It's Biatch from Sister Station 94 JJO.
Oh.
She couldn't park to save her life. There's literally 7 other spaces to park. She just parked me in. I can't open my door. I mean, I just can't get into my car.
I brought this up on Tuesday. There's lots of
What goes on around here?
There's lots of places in the world where you really highlight how dumb we are as a species. And by we, I don't mean me.
Not me.
The interstate, the right-left lane, a lot of people can't figure it out. The boat landing, experienced that one big time last week. You people are such dopes. Parking lots are another one, man. It's like when you pulled in and got out of your car, you took a glance here and thought, you know what?
Nailed it.
Good.
Nailed it.
This is fine.
Nailed it.
I don't park next to people if I can help it. And at the grocery store parking lot, if there's an open spot next to the cart corral, I take it. Because as my dad taught me long ago, the cart corral cannot ding your door. A cart can.
I always park by the cart corral.
Yeah. It's a barrier. It's safety. Why did a listener message you the other day that I was holding up the line at Woodman's?
He's a fan.
I wasn't holding up anything.
Were you holding up the line?
No.
Were you at self-checkout holding it up?
No. I was by the potatoes when I got that message.
No, I don't know. Great listener.
It's getting sweet potatoes.
608-321-1670. Ooh, sweet potatoes.
Sorry about your car.
No, it's fine. Well,
Wisconsin potatoes, no less.
Eat Wisconsin potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Broil them. Fry them.
I might have screwed this up here.
Or mash them.
That's a great voice in that commercial, by the way. You nailed it. Line 1, hello.
Yo, it's Nate.
Nate, what's up, dog? What's up, Nate?
I don't know why, but people in general just seem to be horrible parkers, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, I am expert level at parallel parking, and I'm like the greatest parker around. I've never been more within the correct dimensions of any space I've ever parked in. I don't understand how people can't do it.
Like, place I used to live just off of Regent. A guy actually dinged my car as he was pulling into a spot that wasn't a spot, and because it was a company car, I had to call it in.
Yeah.
And he tried to say like, "Oh, I was there first." Dude, your door is 4 inches from mine. Why would I park like that to where I can't get out of my own car?
Yeah, make it make sense. I don't get. It's like parking's got to be the easiest thing about driving.
It is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stopping far enough to where you're not risking hitting another person. Like that's not that should be the easiest thing.
Nate, I don't mean to shoo you out, but I have a limited amount of time and a commercial break to take. So you got anything else you want to put out there in the ether?
No, I just wanted to call in on that real quick.
Thank you, Nate. 2 days in a row. I love it. Have a good weekend, brother.
Later, man.
See you, man.
I think if we had to talk to more people and meet more strangers on a daily basis, we'd be terrified.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, all these people are driving and voting?
Line 2, quick.
Yeah, to comment real quick. It's Corey from the Salt Mines.
Hey,
Good
Corey.
morning,
Corey Marshall.
Brand.
Salt Mines.
Good morning, Corey.
Good morning. Good morning. So parking around the corner is the elite spot at Woodman's. I always park as far away as I can, so I'm in the same boat as you are, Grant.
Hell yeah.
It's the secret spot over in Sun Prairie because you know why? Most people are too bleeping lazy just to walk the extra,
get your steps in.
Small amount of distance, which keeps my wife in business. So thank you, everyone. Keep eating the Cisco slop out there. But also the other pet peeve I got on drivers, the on-ramp and off-ramp. And I don't know why people still haven't figured out, like, speed up, slow down. Kind of like the mind meld, like looking like, okay, this person's going, I need to speed up here. And then you're in this, like, dance between two 2,000-pound vehicles or 5,000-pound vehicles, however, if you get a Hemi Duramax, right? And you're trying to, like, get in and out of, like, the exit. I don't know if you guys experience this, too, but then there's, like, certain areas where it's worse, like if you're on the Beltline onto, like, Highway 14, where it's that circle ramp. Nobody knows how to do that. So it's a lot of, like, fighting the good fight out there, guys. And you just got to
keep on keeping on, man. Yep.
Yeah. You just got to mash that accelerator pedal down and just blow by people.
That's right.
There ain't no cops out there going to pull you over either. Especially not if you have no registration on. You the man, treat and treasure, both of you. Keep
Love you,
smiling.
Corey.
Bye.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi in it? Yeah, it's got a footprint gas pedal too, dude.
Corey parking in the corner of Woodman's cracks me up.
It's elite level parking right there. You gotta get your steps in. All right, we'll take a break here. Final segment next.
Nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna hang it up when you call?
Good morning. Sun, isn't this great? Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
This is Over the Line.
You gonna recite me a poem easy.
On the Wisco Sports Zone.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Before we are out of here, we do get a Kate Fox appearance too. Hey, Kate.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Morning.
Great.
Kate, I heard you had a car nap yesterday.
Yeah, it was electric, and I'd set an alarm, it didn't go off.
Here, speaking to the mic.
First day of radio school.
You're full time now. Speaking to the mic.
Well, I didn't know
There you
how,
go.
but okay.
There you go.
But it was an hour long. I woke up.
What the hell are you full time? No, speaking to the mic.
I didn't even know it was that important, but okay.
Well,
Hang on a second here.
No.
In the radio business of talk radio, I didn't know
I was
the
6
mics are that
away.
important.
I
would
6
argue it's the most
inches
important thing.
It's really the only thing you need. There's like 2 things. And that's one of them.
I was
I didn't 6
realize the mic
inches
was that
away
important.
from the mic. I didn't
6
know.
inches.
What is it, Grant?
Anyways, nothing. Nothing.
It's not the size of the mic, it's how you speak into it.
That's true. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, have a great.
Micro mic.
Are you at Good Neighbor Fest today?
No, I will be at Country in the Berg all
Country,
weekend in
you so
Cedarburg.
you so country.
Brantley Gilbert, right?
Brantley Gilbert, Scotty McCreery.
Cole Swindoll?
No.
Swindell?
And watch your mouth.
Is he good?
He's actually pretty good.
They got a belt buckle at American Family Field.
He had a moment, man. Don't minimize what Cole Swindell used to be.
Seriously.
Anyways.
Well, anyways, have a great weekend, everyone.
You too, Ebo.
Bill Michaels next.